plays John Ralphio.
I
guy
saw an
doing
ad
long
for that.
form
Yeah,
improv.
yeah.
And like, as like someone who plays role-playing games, watching someone try to long-form improv like all these characters, like an hour on stage, is pretty amusing. I recommend it. I really
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Gehenna Valley.
We did it! Nobody talked, nobody giggled.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Might be the first time
Success.
ever.
It was pretty impressive. Everyone did a great job. Good
I
job.
muted myself on
Professional
purpose.
streamers.
That's right. Professional streamers. That's what we are on Gehenna Valley. Gehenna Gaming's Monday night Monsterhearts 2 actual play. It's now episode number so we're so happy that you could be here with us. If you've never been here before, that's okay. It's just like watching an episode of Riverdale with monsters completely out of context. If that sounds hilarious to me, I would enjoy it. So you'll probably be fine. Don't worry about it. If you get confused,
Don't worry about it.
ask people in the sidebar. They'll catch you up. It'll be good. It'll be fine. Yeah. Did you like that? Was that good? Was that fun? Let's go to the tape. Let's see what happened last week on Gehenna Valley. The cast gets very mad at the MC for not including the fact that Wolfe and Bridget said "I love you" in the episode before. We used a Pathfinder book to determine that what the heck is that sentence?
The not books, the things other than the books that
the
Corey
not
took.
books. I think I meant to say we used a Pathfinder book to determine what the not books were that Corey had picked up in the secret Scooby-Doo temple. And we found a vellum scroll of blood runes, a piece of iron iconography that was once part of something larger, and a map case. Super fun times. Let's see here. Corey gets drunk on Golden Lamb skull wine and realizes that the true fourth had violent encounters with his dad, Aitor. Remember, Corey is the fifth, so the fourth is like the one that comes before Corey. It's a numbering system.
4 to 5.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, that's how it works. Excellent magic trick there, Rob. I love it. Crina speaks to her brother Jack and gets encouraged to destroy the Castile clan by using Castile himself. Donovan meets a new friend on the dark web who helps him learn more about Wolfe's past. Corey notes that Donovan's muscles look bigger and they go get coffee.
I forgot about that.
I don't know why I wrote that down.
Because it's a good moment. Listen, we keep track of the minimal ship moments that happen here and there in this game.
Really very important.
Very important, yes.
Minimal.
Obviously, it's going to come up in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Wolfe checks out the gazebo again, and the carvings seem less creepy. Bridget meets some of her gang at Grounds for Coffee. She assigns Tabitha to get the D&D group into the gang, Chase to get the football team, and Marissa to get Corey. Bridget exits as Crina, Wolfe, and Donovan arrive. Donovan hits on Chase.
Not Wolfe.
What?
Corey.
Yeah, rude.
Oh, come on.
Brian.
Listen, all 7 of you generally edit my notes for me. Usually while I'm
I did
reading
not.
them.
Wolf didn't sleep
Dude,
over my
I
house
just
yet.
did the copy editing. That's all I did. Sorry. I didn't
I just
edit
want to
it for
meet our
content.
secret other 2 cast members.
What? Oh,
He said
listen, 7 is a great number. Alright? It doesn't have to be accurate to be used. Bridget exits as Crina, Corey, and Donovan arrive.
Oh.
Crina makes plans to help Bridget set up for the party on Saturday.
How does that work?
Don't worry about that. Donovan hits on Chase. Marissa is mean to Corey. They buy a lot of coffee and pastries to spite Aitor and go to school. Wait, what? To spite Aitor? How does that make any sense? Did I write
because it
that?
was
Put
like
it on
his
his
money.
tab.
Yeah.
Donovan was trying to put them on Aitor's tab, but really just Corey ended up using his credit card anyway.
Which, I mean, Aitor pays, so it kind of works.
Yeah, show
Yeah.
him.
I honestly didn't realize that it was to spite Aitor that you were doing those things. That,
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know.
Because
Yes.
it wasn't very effective, that's why.
Okay, cool. Now I know.
But you thought Donovan was just being nice?
Donovan
thought-
was letting Corey pay.
I thought Donovan was just having a good time. Yeah, honestly.
I just secretly love pastry.
Right. Donovan's like, oh, someone else is paying. Let's see what happens when I give mortals coffee. You know? Corey complains to Mauricio that he's doing a bad job and sends him home. The school paper is out and everyone is reading about Corey putting a teacher in the hospital and then hosting an orgy. Bridget congratulates Emily on the paper and makes sure Emily is going to the party. Okay, really? Yeah? I've already read the sentence. Wolfe subtly hits on Donovan and hopes to talk later. Corey tries to give Emily coffee and a pastry, and she dumps it out. Specifically, she dumped the coffee out the window and then threw the pastry in the trash.
Yeah, poor nature. Emily hates nature, everyone.
Emily.
Well, no, it's polite for whoever has to bring out the trash.
Yeah, but she just like killed those plants.
Emily cares about janitors.
I don't think coffee is that bad for plants.
Shh, Brian. My
Well,
spear
because you
campaign.
think about it, because you use coffee grounds in fertilizer. Often, if you. Okay, I'm sorry.
By the way, this is totally off topic, but I need to say it before I can't help myself. Your dress is so cute with the dice.
Oh, thank you. Everyone get a good look at it.
Oh, I didn't even realize it was dice.
It looks like flowers from far away, and then when you get closer, it's all these dice. My wife purchased it for me at PAX Unplugged one year.
We stand wife. She's a good lady. We've talked to her before.
We do. We enjoy wife. Especially me. All right, what else should we do? Should we talk about how we're starting? Let's talk about how we're starting. I am not saying that this session is named after Hermfurmf.
I don't know, you said this is session... So...
Okay, that's kind of funny. I didn't put two and two together there. For those of you watching on YouTube, I'm responding to the little stream chat on the right that doesn't get transferred over. Okay, and apparently coffee grounds are a decent fertilizer, so okay. All right, great. Anyway, good chatting. Good chatting, chat. Great job, everybody. Anyway, hey, Corey.
Yar.
I have that you have one condition, guilty. What do you think about that?
He's strongly feeling some guilt right now, so that's a good condition.
Nice. I got you at 2 strings with Wolfe.
Yeah, which is funny because we have like the least interactions with each other. I think.
Probably had those strings for like the entire campaign. So far.
And you're down to 1 with like everyone else. Yeah.
Yeah, that was somebody thinks they can save you strings.
Oh.
Custom character
Look how good
creation.
he's doing at that.
All right. Well, those get us
Give me
started,
much
and then we'll see what happens.
But yeah, Corey does this thing. I know you might not have heard of it, but it's called spending your strings.
I need these strings.
Yeah, Wolfe, spend your strings, Wolfe.
You can't make me.
All right,
Maybe
great.
do a string to spend
Corey, you've got 0 harm. You've got no XP towards your 3rd level up. You're not your darkest self, and you are not dating Crina. Oh no, I'm sorry. I have to correct myself. It says dating Crina. No, right. He is indeed not dating her. Thank you for that live update. I appreciate it. Does that all sound correct to you? Or
this seems pretty golden.
Okay. Yeah. Were you actually checking, or were you distracted by adjusting your sheet for the joke?
No, it's all actually good.
Great.
I checked before the game.
Fantastic. Donovan, you got 2 conditions. You got judgy and you got I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry, chat. You got judgy and you have mom friend. Okay? Don't tell Twitch. You've got 6 strings on Corey, 3 on Marissa, 3 on Wolfe, 3 on Rachel, 3 on Mauricio, 2 on Crina, 2 on Chase. You got some 1s. You got no harm. You got 0 XP towards your 3rd level up. You are not your darkest self. Oh, I just hit new slide by accident. No, delete.
It's one of the new 7 people is coming.
Oh my gosh. Listen.
It's finally being revealed.
No.
Ian, step on out.
Can you imagine if
Guest
there was
guest star, Dara.
7 of you Like,
Or would we even put their little?
I
We'd
know
have to
we'd
scoot
have to
over
have
Stephanie.
it would be
and-
gone. It would just be madness. We can't do that. We can't do that. Hey, good job, Natalie, with the Nightbot trigger. Because if you didn't know it out there in YouTube land, this channel focuses on horror games and horror-related themes, and as such may not be suitable for all viewers. Consider all content on this channel to be a rated R and up. If that content is a problem for you, it's okay not to watch. Put your own oxygen mask on first.
Also, sometimes our MC flips off the audience.
Yeah, sometimes. Completely accidentally.
If that's your thing, this is the channel for you.
If you like that, heyo.
If you like wet socks, we've got the
Oh
content
no,
for you.
no more wet
no.
socks.
Everyone
It's
leaves.
horrifying,
It
right?
was awful.
Like, this is the completely way you did that, Natalie. Like, no.
What a nightmare.
Ugh.
Ooh.
Hey, Crina,
Deadpan.
you've got two conditions: Chosen and Sophie. You've got a bunch of twos. You got Donovan, Marissa, Rachel, Castile, and Kale, which I still find hilarious. You get
For
some.
those of you at home who missed the second string, we just forgot to do it narratively. We cleared it up. It's when I was talking to my brother about Castile.
Oh right, we did that after the fact.
Yeah.
We realized last
Oh,
week.
yeah.
Back here. Hold on. We can go. We'll time travel real quick. Back when Crina speaks to her brother Jack and gets in cards to destroy the Castile clan by using Castile himself. When Crina does that move, she's supposed to get a secret string, and we forgot to do
And
it.
and another +1. Well,
Yeah.
a plus forward. So I have 2 strings and two
Right.
+1 forwards on Castile.
I'm scared.
You're scared. Don't be scared.
I'm scared.
Don't.
Be too scared.
What's there to be afraid of?
Speaking
I'm
of
excited.
Crina being not scary, you've got 0 harm, 4 XP towards your 3rd level up.
With
You
my-
are your darkest self, and you are not
Yes.
dating Corey.
Correct.
All right, great.
Okay, that's enough.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Okay, we're moving on to Wolfe.
That's over protesting.
Wolfe, you have some conditions that you've had for a little while. You've got one of them, whipped and dedicated. You've got 6 strings on Bridget, 3 on Donovan, 1 on Crina, none of which you will ever spend. You've got...
Hey, well, I could spend 1 on Bridget and still have 5.
Oh, okay. Well, thank goodness.
Once I get to 5 on Donovan, then I can spend any extras,
Oh,
you know?
yeah. That's not
Way too many strings.
crazy
Wolf.
meta or anything like that.
I need to have some amount of power in
Several!
relationships.
Jeez.
You've got 1 XP towards your 3rd level up. You are not your darkest self, but your true love is Bridget.
For now.
Yay! I was waiting for it this time. Okay.
Ritual is complete.
Everyone take a shot.
You
Oh,
too
boy.
could have your own Gehenna Gaming shot glass, conveniently sized to mug size. All you have to do is go to the links down below and check out the shop. Bridget, you mean?
Bill.
You got 5 strings on a wolf.
Mm-hmm.
You got a few 1s. You got 0 harm. You've got 2 XP towards your 2nd level up. And you are your darkest self. Does that sound good?
That's all correct.
Okay, so here's what happens.
Ryan. Can I ask an MC question?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
How long? So, like, if a character has a condition, such as Bridget having mean, for literally the entire game, and it is a core tenet of their personality, at what point does it no longer become a condition? Is
Yeah,
that
that's
thing?
a good thing. That's a good question. I mean, Bridget has had mean for a while, but she hasn't been like crazy mean during that
Okay.
time. Like she's just sort of been baseline mean. So I do try to play it, and I can't remember at the moment whether this is in the book or not, in all honesty. But I try to play it that if you really own the condition for like a scene and like lean into it, then you can clear it because it's no longer weighing down on you. It's not that emotional baggage anymore. It's like,
Okay.
you know what? I am mean. Let's go.
Bridget's only pushed 1 person down the set of stairs.
Yeah.
Right,
so-
and I don't think mean is. Did you have mean when you did that? I know we feel like you've had it forever,
Well,
but
To be
I
fair,
gave her
like,
mean for doing something. I don't remember at this
Right.
point. I know that I gave it to her.
And like Bridget's been darkest self for a lot of the game too, which is why she's been kind of embodying
Yeah.
mean so much. I
Oh
feel.
yeah.
So maybe
Oh,
if she
why
ever
I've
is
stayed
not darkest self,
so
Right.
much.
Yeah, who knows?
So
Yeah, it's not a dig or anything. I was just curious because I was curious about the mechanics.
no, absolutely, because we have a few conditions now that have been lasted for a while, and it's a good to remind ourselves of the rules, so we can always ask.
I
clarifying
brought
questions
everyone
like that.
breakfast.
You bought
a
everyone
good mom.
breakfast?
Yeah,
What does that have to do with anything?
because I'm a good mom friend.
He wants to get rid of mom friend.
No, I'm just joking.
Okay, yeah, that was a great joke.
Damn, roll cold.
Yeah, for real.
I don't have any dice available because I'm the MC.
You get XP.
Thanks. What were we talking about? Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. I was gonna say this. Here's the thing that I just wanted to point out to everyone real quick. Here's Crina. We all love Crina. She's great. She's lovely. Crina has 4 XP towards their 3rd level up. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And Bridget over here, Bridget has 2 XP towards their 2nd level up. This is the
oh no.
divide right now.
I'm really good at rolling dice.
Right. That's the
True.
thing. Bridget has been super successful, and in this game, the more successful you are, the less you learn, and so you don't advance as quickly. Whereas Crina is currently our benchmark for the arc of the game, because once Crina has 4 level ups, that's when I really got to start climax and downward resolution. I don't remember what that chart from primary school looks like anymore. You know what I'm talking about? Where
Like ramping up.
yeah, it's like
It's like-
rising something and falling something. But in reality,
Gehenna is a R-rated channel.
what?
What?
It's denouement afterwards. I remember that.
Oh,
but I
that's
learned how to spell it.
that's a college word. All right, speaking
Yeah.
of college, we're gonna start with homeroom this morning. Now,
In high school, not college.
no,
Yeah.
You said speaking of college.
I know that was the whole point, because you don't have a homeroom in college. Where
Says you.
oh my gosh, you had a homeroom in your college? I didn't think so. All right. Okay.
You can't claim to know every single college. You know.
You know what? I just claimed it.
So in homeroom,
Man, Brian's
Yeah.
in a mood tonight. I love
Brian's
it.
sassy. We got sassy Brian tonight.
Well, I look good.
Get sassy Brian every
does
night. What are you
look
talking
great.
about?
Roll
Oh.
hot.
He still doesn't have any dice. 10 million.
Oh my gosh. All right, listen. What is happening? All right, hey.
Why do you play games with us?
I don't know. Who put me on the TV? That's what I want to know. All right.
Ian,
They didn't. You're on the computer.
Actually,
on the internet.
You can watch this on
could put it
TV.
on.
I stream these shows on my TV sometimes
Right.
when I rewatch.
What?
Yeah, but you're not on the TV. You're
I-
on the internet.
I'm on a TV somewhere. Downtown Boston.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Wait, do not! Oh my god!
I
Do
live
not wear-
in Lynn and I work in Boston, and maybe I've hacked some TVs at work. I'm just saying. I haven't done that. Okay.
All right.
Fire me.
anyway.
So homeroom.
Oh my gosh, homeroom. Homeroom is where we slay our scene. Listen, we got Tabitha. Why would I go through everything? I'm not going to go through everything. That's ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
All right, everyone's here but Mauricio, because Mauricio went home because Corey told him to.
Donovan and Wolfe hadn't come in yet.
Oh, I thought everyone was in. I thought that's why.
No. Yeah, they hadn't yet.
But what?
Yeah, we ended with like Donovan scurrying off to come into homeroom.
Yeah, you weren't even the last scene though.
No, the last scene was getting the book. Corey was like, "Give me a book."
Right.
and
So Donovan had
Crina-
already gone in.
No, that was
No.
before we got there.
They
Yeah.
hadn't gotten in yet.
I wrote these
Bell has it
notes in
wrong.
order with like 3 of you.
We never mentioned Wolfe and Donovan showing up.
Okay.
Or, well, no,
fine.
no.
Brian
Donovan.
We're in the
tried to move
limbo
his
of the
time
between.
Forward, okay?
Right, right, right. You're right,
Donovan
because-
had walked away from Wolfe and entered the classroom. Is this correct?
Yes.
Great. So we'll start the scene with Wolfe entering. How's that? Does that sound good?
Perfect.
Great.
Seems
You, Wolfe, you have initiative as you come in and the bell rings.
Oh, so like right on time.
Yeah, right on time because there was some
Perfect.
dilly-dallying in that hallway.
I think Wolf is going to walk into the room, go like past his seat over to Dixie's seat,
Okay.
and kind of like put his hand on the desk, kind of lean forward a little bit, and be like, "Hey, are we still on for tonight?"
And Dixie.
Dun, 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 dun.
Wow.
Dun, dun,
Thanks.
dun, dun.
Hey, look! We got some Dixie art, and she's wearing a Gehenna Gaming shirt. Isn't that amazing?
Look at this gorgeous lady.
I love that art.
Super great.
All right, so Dixie is gonna look at you and go, "Yeah, what? Why?"
I just wanted to make sure that things hadn't changed.
All right. Don't be weird.
He'll kind of like lean back a little bit, be like, "Sorry, I wasn't trying to be. I guess I'll just talk to you later then." And he'll kind of like slowly back up and like go to sit in his own seat.
Fantastic. Which is great because Mix Wesley Thunderberg has been waiting to teach this class. This class of homeroom.
Teach? What do you got to teach in homeroom?
Nothing at all. So
Punctuality?
Announcements?
announcements. Mix Wesley says, thank you for sitting down and being orderly. There is coffee and pastries here for some reason.
You're welcome.
Donovan would stand up from his seat and put his bags on the desk. Yes, by all means, have them.
Okay. And you see a few people just like get up.
Yeah, I think Crina's gonna just like hop up and like beeline and try and get there before everyone. If she can.
Which is okay. Well, that's interesting, Crina. Just because you've already had an excessively caffeinated drink this morning. So, what are you going to get now?
A cup of coffee and like as many pastries as I could fit in my tiny hands.
Fantastic. So there's quite a few pastries back there, and I'm sure you can hold quite a few. I believe in Crina's ability to stack pastries, and I think let's see who else would get up. Milo, Chase, Dixie, Caleb. Yeah, they're all those people are up. Heck, it's really let's say who's not getting up. Okay, Emily's not getting up. Tabitha and Marissa and our PCs. Everyone else.
And Chase is like, "I'm down for more coffee."
Oh, Chase. Well, Chase isn't getting more coffee, but Chase is a big believer in carbo loading at any point in time. So
Grabs a bran muffin.
he's gonna get up. He can eat. You know, he's not full. Yeah. Anyway, so there's Mix Thunderberg. This is be like, okay. I guess I'll just talk, and everyone will politely listen while getting coffee and pastries.
They're from Corey.
From Corey, right? That's right. I was going to thank you. Thank you, Mr. Castile, for that very kind surprise. I assume there's no nuts in anything.
Yeah, no nuts, and like the secondary bag, the one that has the H on it, is like halal or whatever.
Cool.
I think it's also kosher. That's how that works.
That's great. It's very mindful of you. For lunch today on this Friday, it's pizza because it's Friday, and think that's it. I can't believe this is 15 minutes long.
Bridget's raising her hand.
Oh.
Thunderberg.
Oh, yes, yes, Miss Klein.
Bridget gets up and walks to the front of the class. It says, I know a lot of you might have heard about me having a little party tomorrow night. I just want to make it really clear that my goal for this party is really to unite the whole student body. I really want us to get closer. I don't want it to, like, if you don't think you're cool enough for the party, like, come, be our friends. Everyone is invited.
Well, that's very kind of you, Miss Klein. I don't know that it's an appropriate thing to say right now, but it's very kind.
Thank you. And I'm gonna go sit down.
Does anybody else have an announcement that I don't know about? No? Great. And Mix Thunderberg will go get in line to get coffee. Back in the room.
I'm gonna tap Wolfe on the shoulder.
Great.
If I can. What were you talking to Dixie about?
Oh, just we had some plans later.
You have plans with Dixie?
Yeah, we're just gonna hang out.
And do what?
I don't know. She was teaching me about that thing, you know, with the cards and you like read the future or something.
Poker?
No. Like a tarot, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were just gonna hang out and she was gonna tell me a little more about
I
it.
didn't know you and Dixie were friends.
Yeah, I'm friends with everyone. What do you mean?
Okay.
That's not a problem, is it?
I mean, of course not, Bunny. You can be friends with whoever you like.
Great. Okay. Yeah, and I mean, I'll totally see you, like, tomorrow at the party, right?
Of course. I'm excited.
Me too. And I think Wolfe kind of pauses for a little bit, and he's like, hey, but can we talk later? Like, either later today or, like, tomorrow before the party or something?
Of course.
Okay, cool. I just, yeah, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. I just, you know, I want to talk about something.
You know where to find me.
Wolf will just smile and kind of turn away again.
Great. Does anybody else have something they want to do during homeroom? Yes, Crina.
So is Bex here?
Bex is here, yes.
Do they look okay, or
Oh
anything?
yeah,
Like,
we should talk about that, huh? It's been a little while. But when we last saw Bex, they were getting in a... hold on a second. I hit a button by accident. There you go. They were getting in an ambulance because yesterday afternoon was swim. Yeah. I mean, Bex looks okay. You know, they're hanging out in their seat. Did I list Bex as one of the people not getting up? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
You did
I
not
don't think
know
so.
Bex
I
got
did
up.
not. Oh, then Bex got up. Bex has got an almond croissant and is heading back down to their seat.
Choice.
Okay.
They're
Then
delicious.
Crina will go and sit in Mauricio's empty seat in front of Bex then.
Okay,
We're
great.
still black right
Yeah,
now.
you
we're
should-
we're still dark.
We're still dark? I didn't fix
Yeah.
it? I thought I fixed it. I'm sorry. Let me see what I can do here.
Castile ate everyone, y'all.
No.
The end of the campaign.
Oh,
Black holes of despair.
That's just Wolf's heart.
Oh no, his heart's very full. He's got a Bridget.
Okay, I'm gonna fix this, but we can talk while I fix it. So go ahead. You're
Oh, I'm back.
Yeah, because I have to do it one at a time, it turns out.
Oh no.
Okay. I'll sit down in Mauricio's empty seat in front of Bex,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll like turn around backwards in the seat, and like coffee in one hand, facing the other, and like just like constantly like back and forth going through the pastries at like an alarming rate.
Okay.
Coffee
And
pastry
kind
talk.
of like
Coffee.
vicious too, like ripping chunks out of them, kind of.
Are you
Kinda thing.
facing Bex when you do it, or are you just...
Yeah, but,
Okay.
like I'm saying this is all happening like around talking, like.
Okay, yeah.
Like I'm not eating and talking at the same time, but every time like I stop talking, I'm ripping chunks out of my pastries.
Great.
Hummingbird.
Cool.
Hummingbird. So turn to Bex like, how are you feeling?
And Bex says, "Oh yeah, I'm all right. I'm cool."
Are you sure? Like you went away in an ambulance. I didn't think you'd be in today.
Oh yeah, no, I have a concussion. No, I had a concussion. But I guess it was like, you know, like not that spicy of a concussion. So it was fine.
Are you sure? Like they said you're fine.
What?
You're sure? They said you were fine. Like the
Yeah,
doctor was
yeah.
like, yeah, you're totally fine.
Well, I don't know that the doctor said, "Yeah, you're totally fine." I think the doctor said you have a concussion and you shouldn't hit your head again soon. He said, "Take it easy." That's what he said. Take it easy.
And you're gonna do that, right? You're gonna take it easy.
Yeah, I'm taking it easy. That's what I'm doing. I'm just
Okay. So
Wait,
no
I
more
thought
punching,
Corey said there
trying to
was
punch
no
people?
nuts.
There were no
Oh.
nuts, Brian. Don't you at me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't remember Corey specifying that, but okay.
He said that there were no nuts.
In this room you did. I don't remember you doing it back at the coffee shop, but that's okay because that's a silly sticking point. It's not an
They
almond
ate the nutted
croissant.
ones in the car, Brian.
It's a chocolate croissant.
Don't
Bex has
say
a
nutted
chocolate
ones.
croissant.
I hate that.
They devoured all the nutted things in the car.
Stop. You're making it worse. Anyway.
The point is that Bex does not say that. But does
Does
finish.
not say that they will.
Does
take
not
it easy.
say the Corey thing, but does say the other things that they said.
Oh, okay.
Great.
So you're gonna do that, right? You're gonna take it easy and not like, you know, try to punch people on slippery floors and like, you know, maybe not punch people in general.
I mean, I definitely don't think I should punch people on slippery floors. That seems like a bad idea. And yeah.
And like you should probably not punch people in general,
It
right?
okay. I mean, that
Not
sounds
gonna
like
punch
a rule of good society. Like,
Hearing that, Donovan, who's reading the paper and the article, would slowly turn around and just look forward, which is technically behind at Crina and Bex.
okay.
Yeah. Promise me, Bex. Say you're not gonna punch anybody.
Well, I don't want to say that. What if Mix
If you punch him
Thunderbird
first,
went
it's fine. You can punch him
wild
back.
and Mix Thunderbird was like gonna bite you like a vampire? Like then I would want to punch them.
I appreciate you looking out for me. If somebody tries to punch you first, you can punch them. But like, don't preemptively punch people. Say that. Tell it to me.
What does that mean?
You're just gonna get like kind of like desperate look on her face.
But like in that scenario, right? Wouldn't it still be a preemptive punch because you hadn't been bitten yet? Like I have to prevent you from being.
Bex, I don't want to hear it. Just promise me.
Okay. So now, Crina's yelling.
Yes.
So if you weren't paying attention, you might be paying attention. Just throwing that out there. And I think Emily will look over and go, "Crina, are you okay?"
I'm fine.
Cool.
Stop poking your nose in where it's not wanted.
Immersive will turn around now and say, "Oh no, Emily, please keep it up. It's been really like the best Friday morning."
Shut up, Marissa. I would like to spin a string to get Marissa and like turn back around, like actually have her like weirded out and uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, you have a string on Marissa.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's give Marissa the condition.
Cowed.
Cowed.
Moo.
Is that how you spell
Not what I
cowed?
meant. I think so.
I think
That's
so.
not what I meant.
I know. I'm just teasing.
Didn't you say cowed?
No, cowed.
yeah.
Yeah. You know, to be cowed by someone.
Yeah, I know that.
I assumed it was spelled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was aid because it's like moo, and I was like no aid.
Oh.
Onomatopoeia.
Stop it.
No,
No.
you can't make me.
And Marissa
That was a
will
bad time. Drink water.
totally kind of shrug her shoulders and turn back around.
Roll hot, Crina.
Ooh.
Why? Is that turning Corey on?
Maybe he's had a day.
It's not
Morning.
even been a day
He's had
yet.
a week.
I suppose
He's had a week.
maybe
He's had a
is the
week,
correct
yeah.
response, right?
I mean, I don't know. You didn't come into a newspaper article accusing you of killing a teacher and then having an orgy for it. Like,
Sucks to read the truth.
excuse me. We can have this argument in game, but
Am I rolling hot or not?
yes,
Yeah,
rolling
do
hot.
it. Roll hot.
What's my hot score? That's a 9.
Ooh, a 9. That's pretty good.
What does Crina have right now?
On a 7 to 9, they can either give you a string or choose one of their actions. Oh, I don't like that voice. Let's not do that again. Corey, would you like to give Crina a string, give yourself to Crina, promise Crina something you think she wants, or get embarrassed and act awkward?
I think he's actually going to get embarrassed and act awkward for the first time.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead and
Yeah.
describe that.
So I think he had actually he'd been trying to read this book, like the whole time, and you're arguing. And he's really trying to pay attention to focus, and he hears that happen, and he looks up to be like shut up, but he looks up and he sees Crina say shut up first to Marissa, and her just get completely shut down and cowed by it, and he feels like this pang in his chest, and he doesn't understand what that is. This is an interesting feeling, and his face heats up. And he just immediately looks at Crina, feels the pang again, and is not okay. He's like, "Am I having a heart attack? I'm too young for this. Is this the caffeine? I don't know." And just puts his head back in the book, but has turned bright red.
Okay.
So I can see that since I'm behind Crina.
If you are turned around and
Yeah,
do
you can
describe
see
yourself
this.
as turned around,
And you probably
can-
hear the heartbeat.
So can theoretically Crina.
Wait, why? I'm sorry. Stephanie doesn't understand. Why is Corey embarrassed? Because he thinks it's hot?
You made his chest go doki doki, and he doesn't understand.
He's getting
Oh,
butterflies
he
in his
does think
stomach. For
It's
Crina.
hot, and it's weird to him that he thinks that's hot.
Yeah.
Okay, now I get it.
That's fair.
Sorry, Stephanie's a little oblivious sometimes.
It's all right.
It's okay.
Okay, so that happened. I do kind of want to roll cold on Emily though,
That's fair. Go for it.
or volatile, whichever you think is better. Just telling her to be quiet and keep
No,
her
you
nose
shut
out
her
of
down.
things.
Cold.
Yeah, I think you should
Stand
shut
up
her
and
down.
punch her.
Okay. No, I just literally expect about punching.
Cold.
Ooh. Okay, that's a 7.
Oh, we don't mind 7. 7's pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's a pass.
I have a -1 to cold though, so you really do bad.
Well, we're gonna choose one from below, but you come across poorly. Let's see here. I don't believe Emily has any strings on you. Let's actually look at Emily's sheet, shall we? That's probably useful during this. Great. Emily has no strings. So you could gain 1 on Emily. We could give Emily a condition, or you could take 1 forward on Emily. Yeah.
I'll take a string on Emily.
You
Sure, why
would?
not?
What, I'm sorry, what did you say?
She's taking a
I'll
string.
take a string.
A string. A string. My ears work great. Great. And I think, Crina, we're going to give you a condition in return. Let's see here. You are yelling in the middle of homeroom. And, I think, oh. Alright, so the condition I want to give you, which might be just too silly, is scene queen, because you are causing a scene, but I don't necessarily know that you feel bad about it. You know what I mean? But you know that all eyes are on you. Do you think you could play with that, or is that too ridiculous? Also, I think it'll make Natalie jealous because you'll have the word queen in one of your conditions.
Sure, I'm darkest self. Let's go for it.
All right. Chosen.
You're Titania.
Sophie.
You're ruling the court.
And
There
You
can
are
only be
queen.
one.
Queen. Cool.
Technically, I'm a princess, but
Scene princess.
So Emily, at least Emily shuts up, but during all of this, Bex seems to have gotten distracted with the ceiling.
no, I'm gonna turn back to Bex. It's like, promise me, Bex.
What?
Promise me, you punch people.
I
Unless you
don't-
have a very clear, very good reason of like they're attacking someone else or they attacked you first.
Okay, I promise not to punch people without a good reason.
The fingers crossed like that when he said it.
No, I don't. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. That was like a subconscious thing.
Like, you were like boom, boom, boom.
Uh,
Okay, so the promise is what I said, though, I think is how Crina will take it. The like, I promise, unless they're about to hit someone else or punch me first kind of thing. Like, that kind of a reason. I think that's how...
Faye gonna do what Faye gonna do.
yeah, that's right. Faye
so
gotta
Faye.
pay.
He's so fey.
Bex will offer you a fist bump to seal the deal.
I've got like pastry and coffee, and I'll like carefully fist bump with the pastry,
Okay,
like the
yeah.
pastry hand.
A nice gentle fist bump.
I just, I care that you're back, so I want you to take care of yourself, that's all. Thanks.
Would anybody like to react to that scene?
There's something I want to do, but not in reaction to that.
Yeah,
scene.
I won't forget about you. I just figured we should let it chain reaction first. Bridget, you're up.
Does Crina come back to her seat after that?
No. There's another thing I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna let people react before I do it, so.
Okay, I want to talk to you when you get back to your seat, so. I don't think Bridget would get up to talk to you. That's too much work for her. She lets people come to her, but...
All right. Well, let's go to Wolfe then. Wolfe?
So, after Marissa gets totally owned by Crina,
Yeah.
and she like turns back around, Wolfe is gonna like lean in. No, he's going to stand up and go over to her desk, which is, right next to his, and kind of like lean over the desk
Mhm.
and say like, "Hey, Marissa, how's it going?" Just like completely oblivious to like her just getting totally destroyed.
And Marissa is
Who
still
is this
not-
Melissa?
I don't know. All right, it's Melissa Joan Hart. She's fabulous.
Ooh,
Our
Clarissa.
sixth cast member.
That's right. And
Please,
the
Melissa,
seventh
please
is
join in
Joey
Zoom.
Lawrence. But Marissa turns her head slightly towards you, and she's still kind of feeling bummed, and she's just like, "Oh, whatever. Crina's crazy."
How was your meeting with Bridget earlier this morning?
Like nobody took the minutes or anything.
Yeah. I just, was just curious what you guys were talking about, is all.
Okay. Why wouldn't you ask your girlfriend that question?
This is a test, Marissa. I want to see if you know. And Wolf is doing his best to keep like a straight, like serious face on.
Okay, just so we're clear here, you're still in your seat, right?
No, he like got up and is like leaning over her. Like, I imagine he's like literally like standing next to her desk and like leaning on the desk. So like literally his ass is like out. And, like,
Okay,
it's,
so
like,
Marissa
leaning
sits
close to her.
directly to your right.
Yes,
So you're now standing right next to your seat.
to my desk. Yes.
Okay, great. All right, cool. And Marissa is gonna like poke her head around you to try to make eye contact with Bridget. You're muted, Natalie.
I think Bridget's on her phone.
Okay. And then she looks back at you, Wolfe, and she goes, "It's about cheerleading."
Just cheerleading?
Excuse me?
No, I mean, did you
I'm
really
sorry,
need
do you
to
think
meet?
cheerleading's easy, Wolfe?
No.
What are you trying to say about
I didn't say
cheerleading?
that.
Cheerleading takes a lot of work and preparation.
Look, Marissa, and he's gonna like lean in a little closer and like make, like flirty eyes at her and be like, "You can tell me what you guys talked about."
All right, roll hot, Wolfe. Roll hot. Do
8.
your thing. 8. Oh, 8's not.
8. Yes, I don't think I have any other besides my +2 to stats.
You know, 8's okay. It's pretty good. 8's pretty good.
Could be worse.
Let's see what Marissa wants to do. Show me Marissa. Oof. Oh wait, no, Marissa doesn't choose. You choose. What am I saying? What's going on here? No, I'm
I
reading
was
the wrong
turning
thing. Marissa totally chooses.
Yeah.
Ooh. Marissa will say, well, if you want to know all the details, I'll tell you tonight.
Tonight. When?
At the planning meeting tonight.
And where and when is that? Remember, this is a test to make sure you were listening. Wolfe is going hard on the strat.
And Marissa kind of looks at you. She obviously she's thinking. She goes, she's gonna pull out her phone instead of answering, and she texts you. And she texts you the name of the lumber mill and the time that everyone's supposed to gather. I don't know. What do you? 7 o'clock? You want to say 7?
Yeah, I think I said the Castile lumber mill at 7.
Yeah, the old Castile lumber mill at 7. But she doesn't
We
say
still
that out
own the
loud.
property.
Yeah, and so as he feels like the vibrating in his pocket, he'll pull out his phone to see the text, and then he'll like look up at Marissa, like smile at her, like be like, "Good job. Seems like you really were listening," and go back to sit down.
Okay.
Since Donovan was turned around, could I have noticed that conversation?
Absolutely.
So almost immediately thereafter, you get a text from Donovan that reads, "What the hell are you doing?"
He'll text back and be like, trying to figure out what the fuck is going on.
And there's a slight pause, and if you glance over, Donovan's like looking. And then he replies, "Oh, good job."
Thanks, he'll say. And he'll also be like, are we still gonna talk later?
After this.
Cool. Period. Gonna sit back down.
And then he'll say, closet, first floor, near whatever math room.
Go to the 3rd floor.
Donovan doesn't go to the 3rd floor. I think Wolfe will say, like, a closet? Okay, I guess that's fine.
Outside, question mark?
Closet's fine.
No response.
I'm sorry, for the MC's point stance, when did you say you wanted to do that?
After homeroom.
homeroom.
Oh, how exciting is that? That's very exciting.
Yeah.
All right, we're moving and shaking. We're making things happen. Crina, with a few minutes left in homeroom, do you want to go back to your seat, or are you good?
Actually, Crina's gonna stand up
Yeah, you
and
are.
tell Mick Thunderbrook, I don't feel good. I'm going to the bathroom, and just leave without even waiting for a response.
Great. And they'll be like, okay, well, maybe the nurse.
I ate 12 pastries and now I don't feel good.
Now I'm nauseous.
Oh, okay.
4 coffees and 12 pastries.
Mick Thunderbrook, I'll follow her to the bathroom and make sure she's okay and gets to the nurse if she needs to.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah, Crina's already gone, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Gone, immediately left.
I'm trying to chase after her.
Yeah.
Question.
Yes,
So
question.
since I spent this first period reading the book, can I roll dark?
Yeah, but give me a second.
Okay.
Stephanie, where's Crina really going? Is it the bathroom?
No. She feels fine. She's not going to the bathroom.
No?
You said there was a spot outside where people smoke, right?
Yeah! There is.
Yeah.
Like out by the
that's-
dumpster.
Yeah, Crina's gonna go out there. I
Great.
think that's where she's gonna make a beeline for.
Great,
That is pulling out her phone on the way.
great. That'll help Bridget follow you. What?
Okay.
Bridget's following you, and you're gonna
Okay.
be partially distracted. It's just enough to.
Oh, that's why, okay.
So all the viewers at home are like, "Oh, that's why she doesn't notice." You know. Come on, we got to think about all those viewers at home and the.
How they set up those camera shots, you know?
Right, it's very important. All right, so we'll come back to Crina and what Crina's doing. Is everyone besides Corey now done with homeroom? Great, that was a lot of.
Well, I guess there.
Well,
I
what?
do want to talk to Tabitha at some point today. It doesn't have to be in homeroom.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you do that later. I feel like this has been a very
Sounds good.
eventful homeroom so far. So, with that being said, Corey, roll Doc, kid.
Okay. Oh shit. That's a 14.
Okay, yeah, 14's is a big number.
He's a dark boy.
You gaze into the abyss. Name what you're looking for.
Yeah, so I think he's like leafing through this book and reading through this book, and he wants to understand the conditions of the contract. It's like, 'cause this is like the deal maker's book. He wants to understand the conditions of the deal and like how this was all set up.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So
Nice.
you're reading the book and you're kind of ignoring everything else that's going around you, except for that one time that Crina made you feel good and then not so good. And as you flip through the pages that are written in code, you really focus and you try to understand what's going on. And you see an image of your head of Castile, how you picture Castile in your mind's eye, and he is going over papers, and he's got this huge stack of papers, and he seems to be going over it very carefully, and you see your dad and your mom, and you see them signing the papers with glee, and then it goes back to Castile, and you see him take this huge cartoonish pile of papers, and he just like pushes like most of them off the desk, and he pulls up like 3, and he seems like very satisfied with these 3, and he staples them. Aren't these the best lucid visions so far? Aren't they great?
It's actually really great because now that he knows that Castile is Zeus, he pictures Zeus from Disney's Hercules.
Yeah, and with a stapler of all things.
With a
right?
stapler of all things.
That's great. Thanks, Rob. That was funny. And for those of you watching on YouTube, Rob is chatting and he said, "I knew it. It's the stapler." Or in Spanish, El Grapeladora. And
You learn also here on Gehenna
that's
Gaming.
right. That's right. It's fun education. Oh my gosh, what was I
Intubation.
doing? I was trying to tell you
Intubation.
about the conditions of the contract.
Yeah. Edubation got you feeling too good.
I know. I went off the rails and my brain went. But that was like a really weird series of images for what you were trying to find out. I don't know. Let's say since you picture Zeus as the Zeus from the Hercules movies, that after all that you see the muses also from Disney's Hercules. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go to your favorite video streaming service and look that up, because the Hercules is tragically underrated. It's fantastic music.
It's so good.
Not sponsored, but we could be. And the muses sing, which I will not try to replicate right now. And they tell you all the conditions of the contract through song. And they're like, yeah, you got a contract, Corey. And in this I said I wasn't going to sing, and then I did it.
And we all love it.
I know.
We all
and
love
in
it.
this contract, your parents sold your soul. And as long as Castile keeps your family in power and certain other things like land and wealth, that's it, you're stuck. And Castile can end the contract if there's no longer anybody's soul signed away to him. Like if you suddenly die and they haven't managed to find another heir yet, that could do it.
Any other options?
But otherwise, hey Corey, you really have to, I don't know, try to get your family out of the, wanting to get out of the contract and renegotiate it. I mean, this contract is actually pretty straightforward once you figure out the code, which you're probably not gonna do. He gets souls, and as long as he gets souls, he gives power to your family. I suppose the opposite would be if he stopped giving them power. That might give the Castiles clause to break the contract themselves.
The light bulb goes off a bit in Corey's head.
And you wake up as the bell has clearly rang a few seconds ago, and Mix Castile is
Mix Thunderberg.
Mix Thunderberg. Thank you. Ooh,
I was like, oh my god, Castile shows up!
Weird.
No, this apparently
This
Mix
whole
Thunderberg is
time.
the long lost relative,
So,
the one that got away.
oh my gosh, I'm so
Mix
glad
Thunderberg.
that everyone in the chat enjoyed my singing. So, because I
Please
instantly
click.
regretted it. And so yeah, Mix Wesley Thunderberg is right in front of you, Corey. Just being like, "Hey, Corey, hey, Corey," just over and over again.
Yes.
Yes. Why are you still here?
Sorry, I don't usually attend these things, so I don't know how long they actually go on for.
That's a great answer. And Mix Thunderberg just sort of says, "Well, there's a bell system."
Is that what those are for?
Okay, get out.
He just like smiles, enjoy the coffee and the pastries, and just like grabs the book and leaves.
Great.
Now you're all addicted to heroin.
Yay!
He he pauses a second and he looks to see Crina's gone.
Everyone's
Donovan?
gone. Everyone's gone.
Everyone's gone. He went to see. Oh shit! He like was looking for Crina and Donovan, and no, neither of them are here. Shit sticks.
Shit sticks on ice. So, Crina, before the bell has rung, you were out in the smoking area. No one is smoking at the moment because it's fairly early in the morning, and they had the opportunity to smoke before they went into class. What you gonna do?
I'm gonna light up a joint,
Great.
and then I am going to text the number that Castiel used to text me like 2 days ago, but it's been like 3 months for us.
Okay, great. Yeah, you get it. What do you want to text Castile?
I'm gonna sit there for like a long moment and like cycle through like 14 or 15 different emoji before I finally just text him, and I'll say, "Are you really the key to all secrets?"
That's a good text. I just want to say that's solid texting.
I was reading back through my notes, and that's a thing that he told me once, that he's the key to all secrets. And once, I mean literally like a day and a half, 2 days ago.
Bridget, you follow Crina, and you realize that Crina has ducked out to the smoking area. I picture the door there, because it's like the door to the dumpster is what it really is. It's like a big, heavy metal door that has one of those skinny little windows that has like the weird like black cross-hatching on it for no clear reason. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Great. So what do you want to do?
As soon as I see like she's on her phone and has lit up a joint, I'm gonna like take.
Oh,
a
so
breath.
you're gonna look through the tiny window?
Yes.
Okay. Great. Sorry. Continue.
And then I'm gonna walk out.
Outside?
And I picture this door can't open quietly.
No, I don't think it's a particularly quiet door.
Yeah.
So yeah, you see Crina, on the phone, smoking a joint. You start opening the door. And Crina, you look up. You see Bridget. And the next time you glance down at your phone, and your phone immediately buzzes, and the next time you get the chance to glance at it, it just says, "Secret, Bridget's here." And smiley face emoji.
So helpful. Period. So helpful. Period.
Great. Bridget and Crina, would you like to talk to each other?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
Oh, hey, are you feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just wanted to get out of there.
Yeah, I feel that. It was, I don't know, today was chaotic. Are you doing something new with your highlight?
Crina's gonna like actually like rub her face, only with the hand that holds the joint, like be very irresponsible. Like, I mean, I guess some of it's still on from yesterday, maybe.
You look just radiant today. I don't know what it is. You've got a good energy.
Thanks. Been feeling different the last, since yesterday afternoon, I think.
Yeah.
And I feel like kind of like a dark look on Crina's face as she remembers Elias spitting on her.
I've been thinking about your proposition at Grounds for Coffee.
I mean, I said we should hang out again sometime. You're the one who was like, "Oh yeah, have sex with me."
I mean, that still stands.
I know.
What is going on with you?
I'll like offer her my joint at the awkward silence, like silently like offer it.
I'll take it.
Sorry, you were saying?
What is going on with you and Donovan and Corey lately?
Nothing. Just hanging out with friends.
It's just an odd friend group.
Not really. I mean, Donovan and I have been friends for a while, He visited me. He came to see my dad with me one time, and then, I don't know.
In Florida.
Something like that, yeah.
Your phone buzzes, Crina.
Okay, I'll read it.
You going to read it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna yeah.
And it's Castile. And Castile says, I know many secrets, and I can find out the rest. and I certainly don't have to follow the teenagers out to a dumpster to get my information.
What is he referencing there? Would I know that? Because
I don't. If you don't pick up on it, I don't think Crina does.
Okay.
He's talking about Bridget right now.
Oh, okay.
But he's not necessarily the best at making these references. You know, he thinks he's clever.
Well, like they're standing next to the dumpster, so I think Crina would figure that out.
Okay.
So Crina like hold her hand out just like for the joint without making eye contact, just like
In the back.
yeah, take that. I'll take a really long drag while it texts back. You offered me secrets before. You still offering secrets?
And Bridget, I want you to have the opportunity to talk while we're doing this if you want to keep talking.
Yep.
So I will pause before I answer.
I think like Bridget doesn't like that Crina's phone got her attention from Bridget.
Good.
And I think Bridget's gonna kind of move in kind of seductively
Ooh.
and kind of close the personal space.
Why don't you roll hot and we'll see how seductive it is.
Oh no.
Oh,
Get it? No,
yes.
oh no.
I rolled 2 ones.
Ooh,
You're a
XP!
You're a queen. How come?
Congratulations.
Queen.
That is.
It might just be the smell of this dumpster, but you're gorgeous.
I feel like Bridget does the thing to like lean in and get into Crina's space right as Crina is exhaling.
Oh,
like Bridget is like lungs full of secondhand smoke.
Oh, that's terrible. Poor Bridget. She's a monster, but poor Bridget.
She gets some XP.
Yeah, you do. You get an XP. It's really great. And the door opens again. And there's Kale standing there. And Kale looks at the two of you and kind of shrugs and just leans against the wall and pulls out a cigarette.
I'll like hold up the joint, like, do you want, like, I won't say it, but like the gesture is, do you want some?
And Kale silently looks at his own cigarette and then looks at yours and then remembers back to the orgy and will go and stand next to you instead and take the joint without saying anything.
Yeah, I'll just pass it off to him.
Yeah, great.
I feel like with our parents, like Kale and I probably split a joint before.
Yeah, I don't think this is new. I mean, I don't think it's like super common, but I don't think it's brand new either. Great.
Yeah, I'm still like looking at my phone, like expecting another text to come through.
Yep, and you do get another text, it says I offer secrets, but I only offer secrets to those who want to be useful in return. And at the moment, I have a lot of people who are willing.
Yeah, Chris did not like that. Text back, but you told me I was special. It's in like a pouty face.
Bridget?
I think Bridget is like realizing she's not getting any attention, is gonna kind of huff off and head to her first period class.
Cool. Absolutely. So you huff off. Sorry. It was fun while it lasted.
Story of my life.
I know. Anyway, it's you get a text immediately back, Crina, from Castile. And Castile says, "You are special." He says, "Together we could accomplish so much. You would be my closest confidant."
Like that, but a lot better. So Crina will text back. I'll say, "Prove to me how special I am." Probably like another like winky flirty face kind of emoji too.
Kale will hand you the joint back and go, you stringing along? And he looks at you. They friend person?
Kale, it's rude to read people's text messages.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. So that is that a yes?
It's rude to read people's text messages.
Kale will pull out his phone and be like, do you want to read mine?
No, Kale, I don't want to read your text messages.
Okay. And your phone buzzes.
I want you to not read mine, and then I'll like pointedly turn so that he can't see the phone.
Okay. As you turn to read your phone, you could hear Kale with his lighter, just lighting up his cigarette since you turned around. And the text comes back. And Castile says, hey, I can do that. Why don't I... And there's a ...
I'll wait a minute to see if he like continues that text.
And he comes back like 2 minutes later. He leaves you hanging, and he says, "Kill Tanya."
Why doesn't he kill Tanya?
Yeah, he goes, "Why don't I ... 2 minutes kill Tanya?"
Just text like, I don't see how that's supposed to prove that I'm special.
And he says, "What? I mean, killing people takes a lot of work, especially a fae."
Yeah, but how does that make me feel special if you kill somebody who helps my brother? Tanya's weird, but like, she's fun sometimes.
And Castile sends you the rolled eyes emoji. And then the next one is, it says, fine, I'll kill Kale then.
I'll send him the eye roll emoji at that point, and I'll say, traditionally you give gifts.
And he says, this is a gift. I'm sacrificing one of my followers for you.
I'm gonna snap my head up and look at Kale.
Kale looks all around to try to figure out what got your attention.
Kale.
Yeah.
You've been talking to people who aren't there?
Sometimes.
They institutionalize people for that?
The asylum system is heavily underfunded.
Yeah, which means it's awful.
Yeah, but yeah, it probably is, but what? This was a question that I should have said no to.
Kale, look. You're nice, but you make some real bad decisions sometimes.
You hear a buzz, and Kale pulls out his phone.
Don't read it, Kale. I'm talking to you.
What? I already started reading it, though. Can I just finish it real quick?
No.
See,
Actually, you know what? I do want to read your text messages. I'll hold my phone out. I'll hold my hand out to take his phone.
And Kale like blanches for a second. And ooh.
If he's reluctant, I will spend a string to have him give me.
That would make me feel better. It would make me feel better.
Okay.
All right. And Kale hands over his phone to you.
I'm gonna read text message.
Yeah, the text message is from an unknown caller. And I'll reveal right away that it's the same number that has been texting you. And the conversation started super casually. It was just like, "Hey, man," and Kale was like, "Hey, who is this?" And the texter was like, "Yeah, but who are you?" And Kale was like, "Whoa," and the texter was like, "Yeah." And Kale was like, "Okay, who am I?" And the texter goes, "You're Kale, but you're not really Kale." And Kale says, "That's right." And then there's time. And then the next thing that happens is, "Hey, did you get my package?" And Kale's like, "Hey, you sent me that?" And the texter's like, "Yeah, because you're, somebody who deserves things." Kale's like, "Thank you." And then there was another pause, and the text just says, the most recent text just says, "Hey Kale, why don't you skip school today? I've got an idea."
I'll get to the end and I'll just look at Kale, just like heave a sigh. This is bad, Kale. They write like unsolved mystery episodes about this. You don't know who you're texting. Somebody's sending you mysterious packages. You're hearing voices from people who aren't there.
What? No, I know who this is. I asked them who they were.
Who is it?
I don't remember.
Kale, should I call your mom?
Phil.
Like, tell her you're not.
It's Phil.
Yeah, I know it's Phil.
What?
We've known each other since we were little kids.
Yeah, we have.
Wait, sorry, maybe I misunderstood you. I thought he was saying that his own name was Phil, and like, because Kale is not actually his given name, it's what he goes by.
I think we're gonna make
or is he
both
saying
true.
Okay.
Kale is using his real name, but he's claiming that the person texting him is named Phil.
This is how the institution.
Who's Phil? Kale.
Phil is my new friend.
Kale.
Listen, Milo surcharges, okay? This is the invisible hand of the economy at work.
You know you can just come to me if Milo's too expensive. I don't charge.
What?
Get this shit for free from my brother.
That seems... Oh, I don't know. That seems like an abuse of trust and friendship, though. That's weird, right?
No, I offered.
Yeah, but I just thought you meant, like, when I'm around, like... That doesn't seem fair to Milo.
Around?
Like, obviously I'm upset with Milo right now, but if like,
okay,
that's
look,
like a
we're getting away from the point
store.
here.
What?
We're getting away from the point here.
What's the point?
You're talking to people who don't exist. And
Phil exists.
Strangers.
Phil sends text messages. People who send text messages exist. Boom.
You are talking to people who don't exist. And you are taking packages from strangers you don't know.
Phil.
And I think maybe I should tell your mom if you don't stop.
I think
this person is bad news.
If you tell my mom, I'll tell the principal. Bam.
Tell them what?
That you smuggle drugs into school.
You think I haven't been busted for having pot before?
It just seemed like a decent threat. Yeah. I mean, maybe you have, but then you'll get busted again. Wow.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. So that's not working. Don't tell my
Kale.
mom.
Stop talking to this person. They're bad news. You gotta take better care of yourself. Promise me, Kale. Promise you're gonna stop talking to this person.
I will block the number on my phone.
Promise me you're gonna stop talking to them, Kale.
I will promise to come to you for weed more often.
Promise me you're gonna stop talking to them, Kale.
I don't want to, Crina. This is a weird
They're
thing.
bad for you.
What?
Bad for you.
It hasn't been bad at all. It's been kind of nice so far.
What did they send you?
Shrooms.
I'll pick up my phone and I'll text Castile. Why don't I get shrooms?
Castile was like, you want shrooms?
I can get my own shrooms, but why didn't you send me any?
Castile says, I've been waiting to find out what you want. You're an independent individual.
Alright, let's fight. Kale, this is bad.
Wait, who are you texting?
Somebody I know. Trying to get them to give me something. Trying to get business.
Wait. So you can get things from people on phones, but I can't get things from people on phones. That's called hypocrisy. John Adams.
What?
John Adams.
I will have Kale's phone,
Yep.
and I am going to delete the text message chain. I'm going to block the number, and then I'm going to lock the phone and give it back to Kale. They said, you're not going to text him anymore. Because you're going to stop talking to him.
I have to go to class now.
Okay? I'm expecting you to stop,
Okay.
or I'm going to tell your mom.
And he's like gonna try to unlock the phone. Did you like lock it your own way, or did you just like?
No, I just like hit the power button.
Okay, just making sure. Like I don't know, like. And Kel turns around, like goes to the door, then turns around and be like, Crina, that's not cool. That is like.
The man.
You're like.
I'm looking out for you, Kale.
You are the Jeff Bezos of Gehenna Valley. And Kale will open the door dramatically.
What does that even mean? It'll just like say that out loud. I don't have any money.
All right, great scene, fantastic scene, everybody. Good job. What should we do now? Let's see here. I think it's 9 o'clock.
Wolfe and Donovan? Oh no.
Break.
It's a good time to take a quick break. We're gonna take a $5. I'm gonna say $5, but I don't know. We'll see how long the break actually lasts. Go ahead and get up. You know, do your thing. Get some water, but come right back because we're gonna keep playing. Because we had a lot of stuff to do today. You know, we got a schedule to keep.
Yeah, we're not even done first period.
I know. There's so much to do, and so little time. All right, here's the break button. And then I hit transition. Hi, everybody.
Hello, Clarice.
It takes me a moment to bring the sound sliders up. Yeah, we're back. Welcome back. I hope you're here with us. If you're not here with us, you'll be here with us soon enough. And I don't know.
That was very ominous.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, maybe someone's still in the kitchen, you know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Listen.
One of Alton's.
I don't time these breaks perfectly because we're not perfect people. We're real people who purchase mugs at shops and chat on Discords. Links down below. And hey, did you guys notice that at the beginning of the show we have some fan art? I added some fan art to the opening. I really appreciate that fan art. Thank you, Astro Sentience. And if anybody else decides to sketch any art, let me know on the Discord. And as long as I can get away with it, I'll highlight it at some point.
Or if you write fanfic and it's not too dirty, we can take the non-dirty parts and put those up, right, Brian?
I don't think I'm gonna put fan fiction in the opening because I just don't see that
awkward.
working unless it was
Hey,
like a
do you
haiku.
have fan fiction you're wanting to share?
I don't, but I want people to make it.
I'm like, I think she just wants fan fiction of our characters.
Jade might know me well.
I'm not
Filling
against
the Gehenna
idea.
Valley.
I'll write fan fiction of our characters.
There is a local
Do you promise?
convention.
No, I don't promise that.
Called Aresia in the Boston area. This will be really quick, I promise, Stephanie. And
Oh, that wasn't to you. That was Ed refusing to make promises.
no, I'm being silly because you're usually the one who's really good about bringing me back on task sometimes. So, all right.
Am I?
I don't know.
Anyway, tell your story.
Aresia is a great local convention, and it's all right. It's a decent local convention called Aresia. Okay, all conventions have problems. This one does too. Don't look into it too much. All right, now I feel bad for having.
Why is it good?
I don't want to. All right, listen. Forget about which convention it is.
Just tell your story.
I know. I'm doing
Moving
so
on.
bad. I got in a real
It's a
deep
witch
hole.
convention?
No, it's not a witch convention. What?
Brian, you have 3 seconds to make this function or we're going on to the game.
Okay, so Games by Playdate, who make the Slash card game, which is a great card game. You should totally look it up. It's kind of like Cards Against Humanity, only instead of being awful people, you try to set up both fictional and factual people together, and make the best pairing for the person who is currently drawing cards. It's a great game. So, because it's all about Slash fiction, people
Hey,
send
what
them
are you doing?
Sorry,
Slash
I'm rolling
fiction.
dice.
And so at some local conventions, they'll do late night readings as part of the convention. In fact, the last one I attended, it was a burlesque show / late night reading of fan fiction. And I happen to be friends with the people who do games by Playdate. So if you send us fan fiction, I will possibly talk to them about airing it in an appropriate setting, not this one. Okay? That's my promise. I promise to talk to somebody and maybe highlight it in a place with people at like midnight. All right.
With people taking off their clothes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know, because you can't do that everywhere. But where you can do it, love it. Yeah, Aresia can. Someone in the chat has said Aresia can get kinky. And,
I mean, isn't that like every con ever?
Well,
So Donovan and Wolfe.
yes.
Library
Let's
con.
talk
Speaking of
about
kinky.
Donovan and Wolfe.
Speaking of not at all kinky.
Donovan, Do you go to the place you said you would go to?
I do.
Great. Wolfe, do you go to that place as well?
Yes.
Wolfe had initiative at the top of the game, so Donovan, you have initiative now. Start your scene.
So Donovan's waiting, kind of like leaned back against the wall in the janitor's closet as you
Is
come
this
in.
like a small closet or like a big closet? Like, how much space is there for us to like?
Probably 10 by
Have
10.
room.
Not big, but
10
not
by
small.
10?
That's a pretty big
That's
closet.
a big
All
closet.
right. That's fair.
I mean, which is
like
fine.
1
I
by
just
2.
want to know, like, are we like squished up against each other? Do we have room to like?
Maybe 5 by 3.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all right.
And it's got some like stuff in it, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it's not just an empty room.
right.
So you're close, but you're not. You don't have to be touching.
Okay.
Right.
But you
Cool.
could
I
be. Mm.
I just wanted to set the scene, you know?
Yes.
The very
Wolfe wants to be flushed
romantic
against
scene
Donovan.
in this closet. No, so he'll like open the door and like just enough for him to like slip in and like close it behind him. And I'm assuming there's like a light on in this closet.
Yep.
Okay, great. He's not just like getting into like a completely dark. Anyway, so he'll kind of like small sigh of relief as he's like, okay, good, Donovan actually showed up. Perfect. And he'll kind of just turn and look and wait for Donovan to say the first thing.
You wanted to talk?
And then like at that point it's like the floodgates open. He's like, all right, so don't ask me how I know this, but like I just have this really strong feeling that like whatever. And then he kind of pauses for like a very brief second, and his voice like gets a little lower as he's whispering, but he's speaking so like energetically that it's not really a whisper. And he's like, whatever Bridget is like, you know, and like he's like speaking, and it's like very clear that he doesn't really have his thoughts organized. And he pulls out a just like a scrap piece of paper from somewhere and really quickly doodles like the weird swirly thing that he saw in his vision, which I assume comes out very poorly in his attempts to render it here. And he's like, I saw this, and you know, I have this feeling that whatever Bridget's gotten into, like, she has the power to like end it, you know. And I'm really worried, and I don't know, like, if she has the power, she could like, why couldn't she have stopped it before, and why hasn't she stopped it? And like at this point you can tell that he's very he's getting very worked up.
How do you know this?
I don't know how I know this. I just know this.
You just imagined it?
It was like a dream, a weird dream.
When?
Last night.
Did you smoke something? Did you read something?
No. I was like trying to figure out how to like help Bridget, you know, because that's what I want to do. I want to help her. And
Had you drank any of that smoothie?
This was last night. No. This is like a new smoothie. And I imagine at this point he's finished his smoothie during homeroom.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Right.
I was like on the couch because I like stayed over at Bridget's, but I was on the couch and I was
You
like,
stayed
really,
at Bridget's again?
well, we're dating. Why wouldn't I?
Right, of course. Foolish me.
And I like, you know, I laid down and I was like, oh, I should try to find out more about Bridget. So I like, you know, kind of went snooping around, and then I like went out to the gazebo, and the gazebo had all these really weird like carvings on it, and like they're almost like Egyptian hieroglyphs, and like there was this really weird like spinny thing, and he like shows the really poorly drawn picture of it again. And then like I was like trying to look at it, but it was like I don't know what the fuck this is. And then like I woke up and I was back inside, and like my socks were all wet, but like I went to look again this morning and it was noticeably less weird when I looked this morning.
So maybe you just
Am I going crazy? He just like asks out loud.
You're rambling a lot.
Sorry, and he like I'm worried because if she really has the power to, end this, like, why hasn't she? Why is she doing this? I don't understand.
You're sure about that? You just had a dream about it?
I mean, I don't know. It seemed like a dream, but it seemed real at the same time. I don't think I was high. I don't think like her parents like drugged me or anything. Everyone else seemed alright. We were all eating the same food.
What are her parents like?
Oh, the clients are like super nice. They're actually really nice to me. I mean, I've known them for a while, because we're neighbors, but like they seemed really excited that I made swim captain,
Brian, when I looked up Bridget, did I find out she was adopted by them? I don't remember.
I also don't remember.
We never answered that question because we didn't know an answer.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think it's come
We
up.
still haven't decided if Bridget is a product of a donor or adopted.
You didn't find out.
Okay. Do I know she has two mothers?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that Bridget is pretty public about that, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, maybe it's all tied into whoever her dad was or something.
Do you think? I have no idea.
I was pretty certain that I saw something influencing her, and it doesn't sound like you have much to go on.
No, I just have this really strong feeling, and he kind of like runs his hand through his own hair, like in a way that like people do when they're very stressed. It's like she has the power to put an end to all of this. And he kind of like gestures kind of wildly, like,
So what are you going to do if she doesn't?
That's the thing. I don't know. How do I convince her?
What if you can't?
I have to be able to.
What if you can't?
The way that he says it is very much like he's trying to say it because if he says it enough, like maybe it'll actually be true. And he's like, but I have to. If I don't, then she's gonna, I don't know, hurt people.
You think she's going to hurt people?
I mean, maybe.
And what if she does?
I don't know. What am I supposed to do?
Say something. Stop her. Intervene. You're just going to let it happen?
No.
You're going to help her?
No.
You're just going to go along with it?
He looks offended. He's like, no, why would I do that? I don't know if she'll listen to me.
Because she's your girlfriend and you're staying at her house, all worried about her, but you're just going along with it? Why do you think she's going to hurt someone?
Because she might. I don't know. She has this weird, like, plan to... You heard her during... Don't you... He's, like, trying to, like, put his thoughts together. He's like, you heard her during homeroom? Like, she wants to bring everyone close together. Like, didn't that sound a little sketchy?
Yes, it's bullshit.
Yeah, so don't you think she's gonna, like, try something?
Well, I was hoping you were going to tell me you found something controlling her, or some weird totem, or strange symbols in a gazebo in your dreams that weren't really there when you checked. Doesn't give us a lot.
He kind of sighs and, like, he looks down away from Donovan's cold, judging glare. And he says, I know it sounds crazy, and I know
it doesn't sound crazy. I fully believe something's going on.
Yeah, but I think
just sounds like you want to go along with it, though.
No, I want to convince her to stop all of this. I just don't know how, and I'm afraid that it's gonna come to something much worse.
What if she's being really oddly nice to me, and it reminds me of someone, and it bothers me. And it's strange, and I think she likes it. You just have any idea what she's really after, then? Making friends with everyone? The strange push to have everyone coming on to me is a bit odd.
Out of character. I can't remember if exactly how, or if at all, Bridget has explained, or anyone has explained to Wolfe, like, hey, you bang him to bring him into the party, other than Bridget vaguely being like, I want you to get this person.
Yeah, I don't think anyone has like specifically explained that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's been
I
explicit.
didn't think so either.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure before I answered that question. Wolf will respond, I don't know. Bridget wants you. I don't know exactly what that means, but I would.
What has she told you to do?
Out of character. I can't remember. Has Bridget told him specifically to do anything at this point?
I think the last instruction was just that we need to bring Donovan into the fold.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what I think so too. He'll kind of shrug and say, she wanted me to bring you into the group, but I don't know what that means. I don't know how I do that, and I don't want to do that. Not against you. It's
Donovan will like slowly walk forward, like head going down and eyes, rising.
Wolfe is like,
I think
not
you
looking
know
at
what
you, by
it
the way.
means, considering what she's had all her little friends trying to do. And Donovan will get very close, like right on top of you, and look into your eyes.
Wolfe is looking down at the ground, so you're gonna have to.
So Donovan will like take your chin and kind of raise it. He says, I think you're supposed to follow orders. I think there's some sort of sex cult thing. She's just trying to use everyone's hormones against them, and I will not let mine control me. Got it? You can't let yours control you either. If she's going to hurt someone, you have to do something about it. You can't just sit back and let her do it. You can't become just her tool, doing her dirty work for years before you finally snap out of it. Do you understand me?
Is he like actually yelling at that point?
Yeah, pretty loud. And seeming a little emotional himself.
Yeah, I think as, those last couple of words kind of punctuate his whole spiel, Will was going to kind of like flinch away, like as if he's expecting you to hurt him, and he'll say, I'm not going to let it happen. I would never let her do something that bad. I was hoping to stop it before it got that bad, and and he's like, at this point, he's like, you can tell that his voice is wavering, as if he's like, holding back tears, and he says,
Donovan kind of like makes a fist and like steps back a bit, and I am sorry, I am putting things on you I should not, but you have to take a hard line. You can't just... And if you actually care about her, whether she's in control or not, then you have to stand up to whatever she's doing. Maybe it's influencing her, just not how I thought. But I can't... I made excuses before, I'm not going to make excuses again, and I'm not going to let you make excuses either.
he kind of looks down again. He's like, I know, sorry.
She reminds me of someone that I just let her be my everything, and I will not. I'm not going to do that myself, and I won't let you do that either. And I was hoping she was innocent of that, and we can't just go after someone because you had a bad dream. That's ridiculous too. You don't have prophetic dreams or something, do you?
No. Usually they're stupid and unrelated.
Someone in your family
No,
practice witchcraft or something?
not that I know of, at least. Look, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to give you the wrong impression. I just.
Donovan's eyes will go wide and he'll say, jump up and down. And I'm trying to hypnotize, but it's not going to work.
Great.
And Wolfe will just kind of like look up and be like, why?
Just seeing
I mean, I can
how...
if that'll
No.
make you want to help more. He seems
No.
very confused.
You are... You need to stand up for yourself. You were just going to jump because I told you to?
Well, don't maybe you were trying to test me or something. I don't know.
Well, I was, but that sounds crazy, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's why I was confused.
All right. I don't know what to tell you other than you need to make sure you stand up to what.
Yeah, I'm
but
gonna talk
she's-
to her today, and
What are you going
I
to say
guess-
to her?
I'm gonna try to talk her out of this. I'm gonna try to show her that she's going down the wrong path or something.
And what if she tells you everything's fine?
I will insist.
What if she tells you she cares about you? What if she promises
she-
you no matter what happens, she'll be with you forever, and she'll make sure you'll be with her forever?
She's already promised that, and there's just something about it that it just sends chills down my spine. But
It's called an
I'm gonna-
abusive relationship is what it's called.
I mean, I'm gonna do my best. I don't know what I'm supposed to do if it doesn't work. I don't just stab her.
You telling people to have sex with other people is not a reason to stab people, as insane as that sounds to me.
No. I guess for what it's worth, it sounds like they're having a meeting tonight. I guess Bridget and, Marissa and Tabitha, I'm guessing, at I don't know, party prep.
All right. And
It's at a lumber mill.
you're going?
I wasn't invited. But
Is that what you were getting out of Marissa?
yeah,
So she's having a private meeting at a abandoned
old
lumber
Castile
mill to plan a
lumber.
party.
Yeah, it's crazy,
Oh.
right?
No, I'm sure it's very innocent and they just want to have some sort of wooden Lincoln log theme.
No, I think
Do you even know
I don't-
Lincoln logs? Oh, never mind.
I don't know what they're gonna do there, but it's not party prep, or it's not the kind of party prep that you would think.
Sounds like a place where you talk about a dead body or you make one. That's what it
Think he's
sounds
gonna
like to
kill
me.
someone?
I don't know. It sounds a little strange for a teenager to be planning to get a group of people together. I mean, it's not like she's looking for somewhere secret to smoke drugs. I mean, you could do that right outside. This school has issues as it is.
Yeah, no, I think
You could go across the street to Corey's Love Fest penthouse, apparently, and do that. You didn't read the article?
no, I did. I just didn't want to think about it
Why?
because I almost went to that orgy.
Oh,
Then I didn't
why didn't you go?
because I'm dating Bridget.
Oh. Okay. Fair enough reason. Well, either we go and check it out, or we see what happens after. What do you think's going to happen there?
Nothing good.
The door to the janitor's closet opens, and there's a janitor standing there. And he goes, "Oh! No, wait. Get out!"
And Donovan will glare, eyes wide, and say, "Forget we were here and go away."
Please
I
roll.
will roll hot to hypnotize.
God, please work.
3 and 4 is 7, plus 2 is 9.
Good enough.
Ooh,
Hinge on
9.
janitor's sanity.
9.
All that man was trying to do was his job.
Choose one.
Make him crazy.
They realize exactly what you've done to them. They fuck up your commands, or their sanity is unhinged.
Oh, I'll definitely go with unhinged.
So many people in this town are gonna be super fucked up, and it's all Donovan's shitty ass fault.
And then I'll leap to the next town.
Great. And
So-
the person says, "As you wish," and slams the door shut.
Wolf will kind of like, how I'm imagining was that Donovan was facing towards the door, so like Wolf's back was to the door, so he'll like look over his shoulder as the door closes, like look at Donovan. It's like, what did you do? Did you know that guy or person? Do you know that person?
Donovan's like eyes will narrow, and he'll move in very close again, and then like lean in towards your ear and whisper, "Do you really want to know?"
Well, it's really ominous.
Yes, that is the point. You ruined this. I'm terrible at this. I don't know how Crina does this.
Was he trying to be like seductive? Like,
Yeah.
okay,
Almost
What
like,
I
wow, that
am."
sounds spooky. And Donovan's like, well, shit.
okay, because to me, out of character, that sounded very threatening. Like,
Could be. Donovan's
Um,
sexy is kind of threatening, and that just happens to
I
be
mean,
some
Fine
people's
line.
thing.
Wolf will kind of like lean back a little so that he can like face Donovan, but their faces are very close, and he's like, "Well, yeah, like, what was that about?"
I should be able to hypnotize you, and I can't.
Hypnotize me. That stuff's not real, is it?
Donovan will like hold your shoulders and slowly pivot you around so he's close to the door and you're back further into the closet. Do you let that happen?
Yeah. He's like, "Okay, this is weird."
And then like Donovan slowly kind of puts you at a distance. Do you believe in supernatural things?
Well, I didn't until recently with all of this
But now
stuff.
you do.
I mean, like, and he kind of like waves the paper that he had drawn the weird spirally thing on.
And even if you knew these things would happen and somebody else were to tell you about another supernatural thing, would your inclination be to suddenly kick them in the face?
No,
Good. And
it
Donovan
would be
will
hard for
pop
me
fangs
anyway.
suddenly and smile.
Wolf will like take a step, like a very large step back. I imagine he like knocks over some like cleaning supplies or something, and he's just like, "Holy shit!"
And then like lean back and just have them fade.
And he'll be like, you're a vampire?"
Yeah, I could take you on a menacing drive and then we could have a strange conversation in a misty wood, but I figured this was more direct.
Is this a reference?
Don't any of you watch that Twilight movie, or is that just The Last Generation?
I mean, girls like it. I haven't seen it. Anyways,
All right.
that's not important right now.
What's
So
the other
wait,
one?
so
The True Blood? You know?
no, I haven't seen that either.
Okay.
So wait,
Lost
you're
Boys?
what?
No?
No.
Vampire Diaries.
No. Listen, and he's gonna like put his hands like on Donovan's face, like one on each cheek, and be like, "You're a vampire, like a real live. Well, I don't know if you're really alive, but you're a vampire."
Yeah, why is that always a thing that has to, like, they just have to say it over and over again?
Because if I say it enough, I'll like really believe it.
Oh, good. Good.
I've never met a vampire before.
I mean, you probably have.
What do you mean? Are there
You
other
might not
vampires here?
remember it. However, I should be able to hypnotize you and I can't. So why is that? And Donovan will start to walk in menacingly again. backing you into the back of the closet.
Yeah, and he'll be like, I don't know. I'm not.
I showed
special
you
or
mine,
anything."
now you show me yours.
He'll kind of like look down at his pants, like, I didn't think you wanted to, but I mean, there's nothing special about
I am
me.
not talking about your dick.
Yes, I realize that now. Really, there's nothing special about me. I don't know how to prove it because I can't do anything.
You
Not
have
special.
weird dreams and I can't hypnotize you. Well, something's going on. Either way, you should be aware of it. Figure it out. Your dad seems like an absolute useless piece of shit, so maybe it's more tied to your mother.
I mean, that's all right.
Your dad was an asshole.
What do you mean?
I mean, does he tell you to hurt people and you're okay with that?
No, he doesn't tell me to hurt anyone.
Well, great. Well, he's an asshole.
Okay, why do you think that?
I don't know. Mocking Bex. Mocking me after just meeting me.
Yeah, that was pretty shitty.
Here I was concerned about your parents, and it turns out one of them is just an asshole. But if you love him, I'm sure that it'll go well. He should be very thankful he has a son that actually cares about him.
Yeah,
Yeah. But don't
mean-
make excuses. He's a dick.
yeah, no, that was kind of dickish of him, but usually he's okay to me.
Okay.
Anyway, so wait, so why'd you want to tell me you're a vampire? What was the point?
Belief. Show you that, what my point of view. Why something is
Are you-
strange with
Are you old?
That's rude, isn't it?
Sorry, I wasn't thinking. And Wolfe kind of like blush and like look down. He's just like,
I'm 16. Donovan kind of chuckles.
well, I guess I was hoping that you could help me with this because you seem to know a lot of things, and now I guess it all makes sense why you know so much stuff about weird
Your little
things.
girlfriend reminds me of one I had, and let's just say she had a very powerful kiss. And I went along to go along. I believe she cared about me, and she just used me for years. And I wasn't about to let that happen to you. And I really hoped, as much as Bridget reminded me of her, that it was just, it's not like she has a little posse of vampires. She just has some teenagers that want to be part of the cool kids, and that's fine. That's normal.
Wolf will kind of shake his head, and he's like, it's so much more than that for Chase and Tabitha, and, well,
Like,
less
why?
seniors.
Like, what do you
I don't-
mean?
They're, like, really into her. Like, devout.
Alright. How so?
Like, will do whatever she asks.
Seems that way, and I doubt she's hypnotizing them. They're not praying to her, though, or anything, right?
Wolf kind of hesitates. He's like, I don't know, they do some, like, really weird shit.
Like,
Weird, cult shit.
do you not want to say it because it sounds real and then you feel bad, or because you helped and now you're
No,
going to
what do you
feel
mean
guilty?
I helped? I didn't help do anything.
Then what is it that you don't want to say? What cult, shit?
Because it's really weird, and
Do they dress in dark robes and gather around a pit of
no,
blood?
they have a lot of sex.
All right, teenagers, hormones.
The bell that marks the end of first period rings.
Wolf will kind of give a very shaky sigh.
What are
kind
you
of-
doing after school?
Supposed to hang out with Dixie.
Where?
Out of character, where were we supposed to hang out? I don't remember.
No, it's okay. You're actually supposed to hang out at Gehenna Gaming, the comic book shop
yes.
game store.
Oh.
What a lovely store.
Yeah, so Wolfe will be like, oh, we're supposed to go to that like comic store.
And when is the totally friendly, chill meeting at the lumber mill?
Wolfe will kind of like look up at Donovan and be like, you don't have to patronize me. It's at 7.
All right, I'll go with you to the gaming store, and then eventually maybe we'll see what's up at the lumber mill. Something you can't like lift things or fly or anything, right?
No. Wolfe looks very confused.
I am disappointed, but I'm glad you're
Oh,
trying.
no. I think when he says that, Wolfe will kind of like look down again. That is a line that he is very used to hearing, and he'll just be like, "Sorry, I'll try better next time." Like when he says it, it's like very much just like his like
Conditioned response.
Yeah, conditioned response where he's like, "I'll try better next time," like without even realizing that he's just said he's gonna try to fly better next time.
You should say, "I am trying. Don't be an asshole," is what you should say.
No, I mean, you're right. I really should just try better.
It's good you were trying with Marissa. This morning. Do you know she used to be blonde, but she changed her hair for Bridget?
I did notice that.
There's some odd behavior.
I'm telling you, what they have, like.
We need to go to class.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. And Wolfe was gonna like walk up to Donovan and like take his hands, like both of his hands and both of his hands, and be like, "I'm really sorry to like drag you into all of this, but it means a lot to me that you're helping."
I am still slightly optimistic we can help Bridget because your dream really doesn't prove much yet, but we'll see what she's really up to.
Yeah, we have to at least try.
Yeah, we can do it.
That was said in a very mocking tone, right?
Yeah.
Wolfe will kind of frown.
Your optimism is almost as scary as she can be.
I have to try. And as he's gonna start walking, like move it around Donovan to go towards the door.
Yeah,
If you let
Donovan
him.
will just like let go and move aside.
Yeah, and like as he reaches the door, he like reaches for the handle, and he like pauses and looks back. Donovan is like, you know, she wasn't always like this. She was really different growing up.
Donovan frowns and says, "Unfortunately, people change, and sometimes you want to believe they're one thing and they're really not. And that's when they start using you for whatever they want. And that's why people... We should just let's go. Never mind."
I think Wolfe will like open his mouth, like he looks like he's about to say something, but then he just closes it and like opens the door and like heads out into the hallway.
Insane.
Yeah.
So,
Donovan probably lingers in the closet, just kind of thinking to himself.
Oh, Donovan, you can come out.
come out of the closet, Donovan.
Donovan's feeling a little emotional.
All right, let's do some paperwork. Wolfe, I think since you spent a scene trying to get help for Bridget, you may clear one of your conditions. Which condition would you like to clear? You may clear any of your 3.
Any of them?
Any of
Well,
them.
if that's the case, then I'm gonna clear one of them.
Wow. Okay.
Get out of my head, Bridget.
Whoa!
We'll deal with that.
I'll take credit for that.
We'll deal with that in a minute. You also get 2 XP for that scene,
Ooh.
Wolfe, because Donovan was pointing out all sorts of issues with your relationship, and you never
Oh,
really
boy.
said, yeah, it's problematic or anything. You were just like, but she could be better, and she used to be better, and da 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 da. So you get one for excuses are my armor.
And that's what was making Donovan angry.
You
Because
also,
it made him think of himself
Yep.
when he was younger.
oh, Donovan.
Down the rabbit hole,
You
boy.
get one for down the rabbit hole. Frankly,
boy.
you probably should get more than one, but I'm gonna give you one.
Oh wait, who gets a string on me?
That's right. Donovan gets a string on you because of that as well.
Ooh, I don't have any strings. So that's important to me.
All right. Great. Great
Yeah, 'cause that's
paperwork,
so close to
everyone.
that
Good
entrenched.
job.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure you had like 3 strings or 4 strings.
Yeah,
Use them.
I just like how we keep yelling at you to spend strings, and I have a list that's making
You
the
have, like,
page
a
too
huge
long.
You have a lot of
Yeah.
strings. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Who needs to fail rolls when I can just continue to refuse to believe that Bridget is a terrible person?
Oh, absolutely.
Treats him
Absolutely.
like a terrible person. Ah, boy.
Now,
This is fine.
jeez. Let me see here. Corey, you were late leaving homeroom, but was there anything you wanted to do before first period or during first period?
Yes.
What's that?
So I have a question actually. When he leaves the room, are people like actively like reading this paper and like is it around? Are people looking at him like?
I think when you head off into the hallways, people aren't like dawdling anymore over it. Like you definitely see the paper here and there, in like in people's hands, like with their books, but the excitement has died down a little bit, and at the moment they're just they're going between classes and stuff.
Yeah, I think he sees all these papers around. And correct me if I'm wrong. Is Emily the type to have posted some of them like on walls, or like would she have just?
I wasn't gonna say so unless you really want to dramatically rip a newspaper down.
I think I want him to necessarily see it. I don't know if I want him to rip it down.
Okay, yeah, it's totally posted somewhere, and I assume there's little spots here and there to pick up issues.
Yeah, and they're everywhere. And I think he feels this pit in his stomach, and he doesn't know what it is. He feels that quickness in his chest.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels almost hard to breathe as he's like clutching this book. And he would take it. This would be during first period, and he would have texted both Donovan and Crina,
Mm-hmm.
and said, "Do you think I'm at fault for what happened to Miss Onassis?"
Okay, so we're gonna put a pin in that thought. So you spend a little time wandering the hallways and getting yourself worked up, like you're Kevin Bacon about to dance. And
Sure. I don't know what the reference is.
Okay, we're gonna have to work on that one. That's important. That's an important one. We'll deal with that later. So, you know who Kevin Bacon is?
Yes, that I do know.
Okay, great. So, I'm sorry. Now I'm laughing at myself for being mad at you. Yeah. So, yeah, we have to delay that slightly, so we don't have
Bridget.
to rewrite earlier scenes. So I'm gonna put a pin in you for a second. You get pinned, okay?
Donovan would have ignored the text if that.
Well, yeah, Donovan would have ignored it. It's just does Crina ignore it?
Well, Crina was in the middle of a conversation that involved many text messages, so
Yeah.
we've got to make you spend 10 minutes depressingly wandering the hallways.
Hey,
No, it's
service
okay for
can
her
be-
not to answer.
Service can
Yeah,
be
but
bad.
it would have been popping up while she was looking at her phone. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
okay.
So I have to delay you. I have to.
Okay.
All right. Just blame the writers at the CW. It's not our
Okay.
fault. It's their fault.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna jump to Bridget first. Then, Bridget, you head to class when you're done with Crina. Does that sound correct?
In a bad mood.
In a bad mood.
Like-
So you're a little late to class,
Stomping off.
but you're not like crazy late. And you head to health class, previously taught by Mrs. Onassis. There's been a sub. But you head in today and you see that Donovan is not there. Marissa is there. Of course, your seat is still open next to her. And at the front of the room is someone you don't recognize, but the audience knows that it's the woman that Donovan saw being shown around the school the other day. and she's written on the board her name, which is Mrs. Abel. And she's dressed in like a flannel shirt and nice jeans with like boots, and she's got a leather jacket draped over the teaching chair.
He's cool.
Yeah, I mean, she's not wearing the jacket right now, but she's in her early to mid 20s, and yeah, she might be cool. It's possible. And she looks over when you come in, and she picks a piece of paper up from her desk. She says, she goes, "What's your name?"
Bridget Klein.
She goes, "Great, Bridget. Now I know you were here. Go sit down."
I'm gonna go and just kind of like throw my bag and like sit down.
Great. And she goes, "Catch you up real quick. I'm Mrs. Abel. I teach this class now. You're caught up. We're gonna jump around a little bit in the textbook because I know that it's been like a weird week. So I thought we'd do something kind of fun today. We're gonna talk about what happens to your body when somebody has a heart attack. Okay? We're gonna go through all the different stages, break it down. You'll be able to recognize the stages, but also I'll tell you the gross stuff too. It'll be great." And she goes about teaching. Bridget, is there anything you want to accomplish during first period?
I want to like kind of tap Marissa on the shoulder.
Yeah, she's very tappable. She looks over and she's like, "Hey, what's up?"
Have you talked to Corey yet?
She goes, "Oh, I started. Yeah.
And?
I figure I'll get him to bone me around fourth period."
Okay. Let me know.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Where's Donovan?
I don't know. I thought we weren't working on Donovan anymore.
No, we're not. He was in homeroom though.
Maybe he's fucking Corey.
Yeah, that makes sense. Corey's been staying over his house lately. It's weird.
Oh shit, really? Maybe he is fucking Corey.
Huh. Which is weird because I thought Corey and Crina were dating.
I didn't know that, but I mean, I have seen them together.
Oh well, it won't matter after you take care of things at fourth period.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I got him. He's easy. And she kind of looks over to you after the pause, and she goes, "I got this, right?"
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Hey, Crina's a bitch, so if at any point somebody needs to stab her, I'd like to do it.
Go ahead. Take care of Corey first, but fifth period.
Cool. All right. Great. Thanks. Anything else you want to do during first period there?
Nope.
Great. So Mrs. Abel does in fact teach you all about heart attacks. Which I don't know. It's a topic. It's fun, isn't it? That's what they say, right? It's as fun as a heart attack.
I was expecting one of those like moments from Harry Potter where suddenly we're like, we're going to talk about mythologies of vampires, but
No, it's not what she does. But I like it. It's pretty good.
We're gonna have fictional health class.
Crina, after you have some time with Castile, you get a text from Corey. Corey, I already forgot what your text said. What did it say?
It said, do you think I'm responsible for what happened? Like, I'm at fault for what happened to Miss Onassis?
I'll get that and I'll text him back and I'll say, did you force her to drink alcohol?
No.
Then you're not at fault.
And would Donovan be getting these two?
Yeah, but you said you were going to ignore them during.
Oh,
first
okay.
period.
Yeah,
Still during that time? Gotcha.
If Corey sent it as a group message, then like Crina would just respond to the group message.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. And I think he looks at that and he doesn't necessarily believe it. And he's got this feeling sort of eating at his chest. And I think he starts to have like a panic attack.
Cool.
And he like makes his way to the bathroom.
Crina's texting you during this too, so.
Yeah, I think he's hands shaking. I think he makes his way to the bathroom and he like goes into a stall, locks the door, puts the book down, and is looking at this book and is thinking about this deal and sort of like knocks his head against the wall and he's like, I don't feel powerful.
And you're sort of saying that to yourself, right?
Yeah, I think he says it out loud, but I think it's also I don't think he didn't check to see if anyone else there. He's having a panic attack. He's freaking out.
Sure, sure.
He's feeling guilt, which he can't name, but he's feeling guilt for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this paper out, and people are reading it everywhere. It's everywhere. It's posted, and he's just feeling.
Do you check your phone when you get it buzzed?
I don't think so. I think he's freaking out. I don't think he's necessarily with it enough to possibly check it. Yeah, he's I think he's possibly realizing how screwed he actually is, because he just basically got told unless your family loses everything, which there's no way they'd willingly do, and he doesn't think he can possibly do, or he dies. Like, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's fade to dark on that. We just we don't want to spend too much time on that.
Yeah.
It's a tough subject, and it is something that you can absolutely spend a first period just working through. Would you like to clear your condition guilty for grappling with that?
I'm gonna think on that. I don't know if he clears it by grappling with it, because he's just feeling it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Sure. No problem. Let's see here. Crina, you don't hear back from Corey. It's about halfway through first period. Do you want to actually head to your first class, or do you want to just wait for second period to happen?
So the text I was planning that they sent was, "Where are you? I need to ask you something."
Okay. Yeah. And Corey's just not looking at his phone.
I think if I knew what class Corey had first period, I would probably go and peep in the window in the door. Mm-hmm. But if I didn't know that, I would probably actually go to first period.
Yeah. I'm
gonna be real with you. I don't even know if Corey knows what class he has first period.
We've never had to establish what class Corey has for first period. We haven't set that up yet, so you probably don't know.
Yeah, I'll peep into the hall, all the doors as I go past.
Mm-hmm.
But if I don't see him, I'll just keep going to my class.
Okay, so you head to biology, and you're wicked late, obviously, you notice that Wolfe is absent.
Huh. All right.
Cool. Great. Now we've had some time to catch up a bit. Donovan, as you head towards second period, you pull out your phone, maybe?
Yeah.
Great. You see that conversation between Corey and Crina, where Crina asks a question 20 minutes ago, and still there's been no response from Corey.
So Donovan would message just Corey and say, "Where are you?" ?
Corey, after most of a period. Do you want to be a little more responsive now, or do you want to wait till later? You would feel a new buzz, so it might trigger a response if you'd like.
Yeah, I think he responds to the group, just the group text, and it's
Okay.
like North Wing, first floor, bathroom.
I think Crina, as soon as Crina gets that, she'd be like, "My stomach hurts. I'm going to the bathroom," and she
Okay.
doesn't go.
So
I think Donovan will head there too.
Right, so that happens like right at the beginning of second period. So, it's funny. So, the second period, we only have one class set right now, and we know Wolfe is coming in just late to second period. So, Crina, you settled down. The teacher started teaching. Wolfe opens the door, and you excuse yourself.
Just ships in the night.
Yep.
Hi, Wolf.
Hey, Crina. Sit down.
Ships in the night.
Great. And Donovan, you probably never made it to your class.
Sorry.
So great.
Yeah. Donovan just like pivots and heads towards the bathroom.
Great. Donovan and Crina, you reach the north wing, because we have one of those, men's room, in which Corey is. Corey, how dramatic do you want to make this? Do you want to be leaning against the wall, staring at yourself in the mirror, shut into a stall?
Yeah, I think he's moved from the stall and now he's like dramatically looking at himself in the mirror. And I also think there are shattered pieces of a flask on the floor and an amber liquid all over the place.
Wow, you shattered a flask. Okay, like it.
And he's just, the book is open on the floor, away from the liquid, so it's not like getting stained, but it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Does Donovan beat Crina, or does Crina beat Donovan?
You tie dramatically.
Ooh. So Donovan will just kind of give Crina a nod as they're approaching the bathroom, and then like push the door open for her.
Just walking.
And then as Donovan comes in, he'll like lean back against the door.
Oh, Corey. Are you okay? Like taking in the broken flask and everything.
I don't think there's any fixing this.
Did you...
What, like your stomach hurt or something? What's going on?
I'm terrible.
I mean, you have been.
You can be, sure.
You've been a lot better in the last 24 hours. Especially that strange series of apologies yesterday.
You're like becoming self-aware. It's pretty cool, actually.
It's almost like this weird external dark power god thing was negatively influencing you. Shocker, right?
There's almost this sort of hollow laugh that I wish I was capable of doing, and I'm not. Sorry, audience. And he like looks up at you and is like, I don't know if it matters. They're still gonna write those papers, and people are gonna believe it. And
did you force her to drink?
No.
Well then, it's not you. She chose. Although still saying such things is not great, but it's not like you made her do it.
She really did have a liver. That's her own fault. Like, she should have known better.
And even if, what's the point of trying to be better if no one's going to believe it, and then there's no way out of this. And he like looks at the book again.
Oh no, there are ways.
There isn't. I either die, and even then I think he still gets me, or everything has to be lost, and there's no way they're giving it up or they're getting rid of it. Not for me. They don't care about me.
Crina will actually just start laughing, like slightly maniacal. Like it's like her normal laugh, but there's like a kind of a scary edge to it. The way she laughs when you say that, like they're not going to give it up.
And if I did,
of course they're not going to give it up, Corey. I'm going to take him. from your family.
That
And
doesn't.
they'll have to. We'll make a new deal.
That doesn't. And it doesn't. And then if I'm not guilty, why does my stomach hurt? Why is it hard to breathe? What?
Oh, Corey. Crina will actually get down at that point and like put her arms, like one arm like behind, like over his shoulders, behind his head, and like one arm around his chest, and like lean on and be like, feelings are terrible.
Donovan is going to try to slowly slip out of the bathroom quietly.
No. Where? Why? See, he's leaving. Why is he leaving?
Donovan, no, stay here.
I just wanted to give you space, but
No,
okay.
That's not. They shouldn't.
Aren't you his friend too? Get over here.
I'm apparently not very good at it.
That's not
Yeah,
true.
well,
I'm just an
okay,
asshole.
Get over here.
Donovan walks over.
Well, you should hear the things they say about me, Corey.
It's going to take time either way, and if someone is using and abusing you, which they clearly were, then you have to stop letting them, stop letting their influence affect your decisions, and stand up to them. And you're doing it a lot faster than other people I know, so good.
He like makes a face at you, and he like, what are you even what are you even talking about?
I've been around, I've seen things, and just it's good you're trying and not making excuses for this deal, and recognizing it's bad, and maybe it's gotten you to do some things that weren't good. And it sounds like your parents are terrible beyond this anyway, so I mean, it's not like they were going to give you a good upbringing.
Corey, like, high school is not forever.
What do you think I get after
Donovan
this?
twitches a little.
Like, who cares what these tiny people in their tiny little town think about you? Who cares what Emily? I'm
Yeah.
gonna take care.
One day you'll get out of this. You can go to college, you can have a career, you can have a
You
family.
say he can go to college, and he laughs. He like straight up laughs. He's like, I don't think I can go. I mean, I could get bought into a college, like a full
Who gives
sale.
a shit? Corey,
Then
stop
take up a
this.
trade. I don't know. There's plenty of opportunities
make
without
it
going to
better.
college. I usually go to college, and then I spend a lot of the time just playing games, and then barely pass with a degree. So that's what I've done a few times, but you don't have to.
Donovan. Look, we're gonna get you out of this thing with Castile. I love bargains, but you have to enter into them willingly. This is not okay.
Well,
I am gonna fix it.
accordingly, and he like pulls the book, and like this cipher, I deciphered it, and if you look at it, it doesn't seem crackable on my end. I don't think.
When did you learn to be a
Make
code
a
breaker?
new deal.
First period.
All right. Well, you can at least work for the military then, maybe.
I guess. You know.
Look, Corey.
Crina
That's
has the
it.
right idea.
You make a new deal. You just make a new deal. You get Castile to make a new deal that for him is better with some other family.
There's
And then
always
it's
ways
real
out of
sick your
contracts.
family.
Just gotta find the
So what I'm
hidden print.
It's pretty basic print.
Yeah.
It's they get to have power, wealth, and status or whatever, and the family stays in that, and he gets me, and before me. And
So what if he can't deliver
he's not
that?
gonna get you. Yeah, he could not deliver to that to them. He could make a deal with a different family that like overrides this deal. We could kill him. We could give your soul to someone else. So that
I've
he
had
can't
to give
claim
up
it, and then they have
apartments
to fight
early.
each other.
Maybe if you can find someone to take up the rest of the lease, that would work.
and what am I supposed to doom one of? I mean, they're not the greatest people, but I'm supposed to doom someone else in my family to this? Another child?
No, just
No.
themselves.
Look, Corey, who wrote the book?
The deal maker.
Who wrote it? Okay, yeah. So he didn't want you to break the deal. So of course he wrote it to make it sound like, oh, it's permanent forever. Let me tell you something about deals. They're not permanent. There's always a way out. You just gotta find the loophole.
When I go to buy my next house, Crina, maybe you can come with me.
Maybe.
So what, I'm supposed to just... And he looks up to the sky, like the ceiling, and he's like, I'm supposed to just look up and say, Castile, I want a new deal.
I'd be careful calling out his name.
Yeah.
Corey, your phone buzzes.
Donovan, looks around awkwardly.
Should I... Like, you all hear this, like, should I look at it?
Oh, I've already watched him text one other person today.
Wait, who else?
Does he text
Wait, who else
you?
is he talking to?
He texts you?
Kale?
I mean, yeah.
He said he had a lot of people, but he talked to Kale.
Usually he just talks in my head, but he does text sometimes. But I guess maybe he can't talk in my head anymore, because I don't know. Wait,
is it
Kale?
Yeah, Kale, and then
fucking Kale, really?
What's his number?
I like flip open the phone so I can see the message, and B, and then B, I almost said Rob. B, Donovan can see the number.
And Donovan will go to his phone and see if the number he got that night matches that number.
Yeah, it does. It matches the number, Donovan.
So Donovan will like glare at his phone and immediately pull his phone back and text, how the fuck are you so big and mighty you have to use kids to do your dirty work? How pathetic are you?
Incredible also send an angry text at the same time, being like, you're not making me feel special if you're talking to all kinds of other people.
So...
What does Cody's text say?
I swear I'm not changing the content of the text. Corey's text says, it says, we can renegotiate, but I have better clients to focus on right now.
Yeah, Donovan would still text the same thing.
Well, I don't think you seem to react before bothering to look at the message, so I say, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Corey... Oh, that hurts. That hurts so bad. Can I roll to keep my cool?
Are you acting despite fear?
Oh, is it fear? Okay, I was thinking like despite anger.
I was hoping I could roll cold on Castile, but
I'll let you roll cold on Castile. Go for it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
I wish there was like a like combo move between lash out physically and keep your cool.
I got 6 and 3 is 9, plus 3 is 12.
12, alright. Well, guess what? Yeah, that was cold. Choose 2.
I will take a string.
Okay.
And all your friends are getting the strings on this guy. I'll give a condition of pathetic.
Nice.
Ooh. Oh, I think Corey's hands are shaking.
Cool.
And he's gonna send a reply text, and it says, "Was I ever actually special to you, or was it all lies?"
Oh.
And I think like a solid, like he's starting to cry probably actually, because this is the only person who's ever said "I love you" to him. And yeah, and now
Donovan would frown seeing Corey
just like,
cry.
It's not like sobbing cries. It's just like tears.
Oh no.
Corey, your family has treated you poorly, and this thing is pathetic. Do not let it demean you. You are better than this, and you can be better than this. You know it now. You just need to act accordingly. You can't blame yourself for the fucked up upbringing of your family, and you can't blame yourself for manipulations of a great evil manipulative deity or whatever it is. Try to do better now. Maybe don't wait decades to do something about it. And it's a great sign you actually feel bad about the teacher, whatever her name was.
Mrs. Onassis.
Yes, sorry. I've met a lot of teachers.
Crina's gonna like is looking at the phone, looking to Corey, like Jack recommended kissing to make people stop crying, but I don't think Corey wants that. Like very confused.
Yeah, no,
And-
he just looks
And
shattered.
then, like she'll actually like
Yeah.
hug him like really, really tight, like a really serious hug, like
Mm-hmm.
really tight kind of thing. Doesn't know what else to do.
Oh, and I told Wolfe I'm a vampire.
Why would you tell? It almost like shocks Corey for a minute. Like he actually responds, looks a little less shattered. He's like, "Why would you tell Wolfe you're a vampire?"
He's having issues with Bridget and trying to
So-
figure that all out.
Wait, what? So, what? Dating troubles are worth vampirism now?
It's
Oh, does
fine,
he
it's
not know
fine.
about that
Nobody's
one
gonna-
either?
Wait,
Gonna
what
believe
one?
him.
Oh. Yeah, well, let's focus on you. Sorry, we shouldn't. I was hoping to step you out of it, but yeah, we'll focus on you right now.
What? He just puts his head in his hands and looks at the phone again.
Kind
And
of
is
like
there...
holding like kind of thing. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I was holding- yeah, he
Unless
goes-
Corey like pushed her away. Or
Donovan will
No.
kind of like lean aside and be like, "Crina, do you think Wolfe is anything? I can't figure it out."
Jack says he's human.
What? No.
While they're having a secret comment, was there ever a reply from Castiel?
So,
Yeah, did he apply to any of us?
yeah, I was just letting y'all go.
Sorry.
Crina,
Jennifer's on camera. Holy fuck! Sorry.
Crina, you get a response back, and it says, you should feel special. You're not the one crying in the bathroom. And Corey, you get a response back, and it says, it says, of course you were special. You were the fifth, but you've decided to throw that away.
And like his hands go for the keyboard,
Mm-hmm.
and then he pauses, I think, and he hands his phone like just like out into the just like, someone please take this, someone please take this before I
Donovan
make
will
bed
grab
choices."
it.
Right.
No. Yeah, Crina will try to grab it too.
Roll Donovan and Crina. Why don't you both roll volatile just to see who's quicker?
All right.
This is the no consequences otherwise roll.
7 minus
Nine.
1 is 6.
Was that?
I rolled a
six?
10 and had a -1, so
Okay,
I got a
great.
9.
Crina, you got the phone. By the powers of sugar and caffeine.
Oh, so you
yourself.
see these messages then, and you just
How do you make Castiel happy? Like, how do you make him like delighted? Like what makes him like, oh, like happy?
what did I ever do to make Castiel happy? Because I don't think I actually ever did it in game. It's just like I slept with people he wanted me to.
Castiel
Like,
only asked you to do things that you wanted to do. He was like, yeah, go have sex with people and have a party.
Yeah,
and-
have that orgy.
Right.
Sounds like a great idea.
But yeah, you should demand a new motorcycle from your dad. All he ever did was feed your overindulgence.
I don't know. He liked it when I had a good time. He was always and like his voice almost starts to sound nostalgic and almost soft, and he wanted me to have that orgy and to drink and to get another motorcycle after I'd crashed 3 others, and
Did he
Tried
tell you to have
drugs.
sex with people?
yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, because I liked it, because I do like it. I mean, it was fun.
That's
He liked it when I drank,
curious.
and when I smoked, and when I drove fast, and
Okay, look. Here's
Maybe
what I'm
he
gonna
was
do.
living through you. Who knows?
Yeah, I am gonna make Castile come after me.
No, I.
And Crina takes out her phone and sends a text, and I'm gonna text Castile and say, "Look, you're not the only one who knows secrets, and I know what you are, Zeus. And I know what you like, pursuing people, especially pretty girls.
And
I'm a
boys.
pretty girl." Yeah, and Crina will send that. And I was trying to turn him on, basically.
Turn the dark power on.
I think
Wow.
roll for it. By all
Turn the
means.
dark power on.
Yeah.
It's Zeus. This should be a low number. It should be
You're
like
looking
a 2
for
and
a
up
good
success.
time, big boy.
2 and up is like a 3 and up is a success to seduce Zeus. He's after everything.
5 and 6 is 11. I get a +2 to make that 13. And then I used the +1 forward I had against him to make it a 14.
Great.
Oh.
He's an easy lay.
So is Crina, let's be honest
Oh my
here.
gosh! And what did you actually say? You said I know who you are and I know like what you like. Okay, yeah.
Basically, you try to be like, hey, come after me, pursue me. Like,
Yep. So you gain a string on Castile because you rolled so well.
okay.
Messy.
There's a knock on the bathroom door.
Come in.
Donovan's blocking it.
Okay.
So Donovan will like slowly lean and like crack it open to see who's out there.
It's Rachel, and
Oh, fuck.
she smiles at you, Donovan.
Donovan smiles back. Hey.
And she says, "Can I talk to Crina?"
Crina, Rachel wants to talk to you.
Hi, Rachel.
And Donovan will just kind of like open the door and like gesture for her to come in quick.
Great.
And then close the door and lean back up against it.
He puts the book behind his back.
Ooh. So Rachel doesn't step inside.
Oh.
But now that you have the door open, you can tell she's holding both of her hands behind her back.
Seems suspicious to Donovan.
And she'll say, "Hey, Crina, can you come out here for a second?"
No, how about you come
I'm
in
kind
here?
of busy.
You can go talk to her if you want. I'm fine. You don't have to sit with me.
How about you come
I
inside,
want
Rachel?
to sit with you.
Okay, so I don't know. I think this is a little awkward, and she pulls her arm out from behind her back, and she's got what is like very clearly like a broken piece of like it must have like coming off a wooden windowsill or something, and she attacks you, Donovan. What do you do?
Ah.
Holy shit.
It's a steak.
Let's see. I think. Too late to try to tell her something?
No, Oh, okay.
Too late to try to
Strings
tell her
from a
something?
broken-
Do I have to react
I
physically?
have broken promise strings on Rachel.
You can react physically. Yeah, you can do it however you want to react, Donovan.
I think Donovan's natural reaction would be to try to use hypnotic to tell her to stop.
I think that's certainly possible.
Yeah, so Donovan's eyes would just go wide and he'd say, "Stop that."
Okay.
I would like to use Fey Vengeance to make her, like, fuck it up.
Okay, so let's see if the hypnosis works first, because
Okay.
that'll stop her before she can fuck it up.
6 and 2 is 8 plus 2 is 10. Thank you, hot +1 that I took from my experience.
Woo!
Great, and she does. She stops, and she sort of like freezes in place. And she's like, "God damn it! I want to stab you."
Why?
Because because you're a vampire and vampires are bad. And you made me, you made me not be with Mauricio anymore.
He was a jerk and he treated you poorly. You deserve better than that.
Well, you are also a jerk.
I'm not a good person.
And she turns her head and she faces you, Crina. And she says, well, Castile says you're special. And she takes the stake and she goes to slam it into her own neck.
Yeah, she's
I would try
gonna
to
fuck
stop
that up.
her.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Fairy
let
Vengeance, she's
Crina
gonna
take
fuck it up.
initiative this time. Yeah,
Sure.
Go ahead. So, let's see here, Crina. Want to just read? I always like to read that. They fuck up something simple at a crucial moment, suffering one harm if appropriate.
I
Yeah.
got a splinter. Ow.
So she misses her neck, which is great. And she jams it into her shoulder. And she does that silent scream thing where she's clearly in a lot of pain, but like no sound is coming out of her mouth. What do y'all do?
Oh, fuck.
Pull her into the room.
Great. Corey.
Yeah, I
pulls
think
her
Donovan
into
would
the
try to
room.
grab
Yeah,
into the... All
pulls
right.
her.
Corey and
will-
Donovan. Great.
Yeah, Donovan will block the door.
Oh my god. Wait, you said it was Kale. He's talking to Kale.
And
And he's
lots of people,
Talking
apparently.
to Rachel. He's talking to all the people from the orgy.
Rachel, you can't hurt yourself. You're way better than that. I'm sorry I hurt you and upset you.
Yeah, Crina's gonna get made, like, doing, like, first aid, like, putting pressure, or, like, trying to, like, you know, help
Yeah.
her.
You're way better than
Bloodshed.
Mauricio and I. Do not
Yeah.
listen to...
My cousin used to literally call you his fun time floozy. Like at the house.
So I picture like her like lying on the floor now. Well,
Hair soaked in fucking bourbon.
right. So and Crina's like trying to like safely remove the piece of wood from her shoulder.
Yeah.
And she just looks up at you and she goes, no, I'm not better. She says, I'm not better. Donovan ruined everything and Castile was gonna make it better.
I have a
He was
question.
terrible.
Can you spend a string to remove a condition on someone?
I don't think so. No. We're not good at making people feel better.
Yeah, feel
yet.
better. Yeah.
So, and Rachel continues and she says, but that's it. I failed now. And now he's really going to abandon me.
Oh, Rachel, he's an
That's a
asshole.
Good thing. That's a good thing.
He
Trying
abandoned
to have
me.
you murder somebody.
Just a vampire.
A person?
No, he told me that he's not a person. He's a vampire.
He's a person. He's also
Right
a vampire.
It doesn't.
He's my friend, and he wanted you to murder him. How you would feel terrible if you murdered somebody.
Rachel, it doesn't even matter if you had done it.
For
Because
the record, I made out with you over many people, and I actually had a good time.
Rachel, it doesn't matter if you'd even succeeded it. That once you're no longer happily there or immediately able to fulfill his whims, he's going to abandon you anyway.
And she has this like look of panic on her face. And she's
Yeah,
like,
I saw that in the
Helping,
mirror.
Corey.
Well, no, I'm telling her.
I'm gonna grab Rachel's, like, the size of her face and get, like, really intently close to her and say, Castiel is a very, very bad thing. Very bad person. You should help us get revenge on him.
She goes, I can't. He's too strong. The only way is maybe we should have sex.
No.
Not right now. But we can work together if we can all bring him down. I've got so much beef with him.
With... And she says, I'm so confused. I thought you were the chosen.
Crina.
Yeah, well, I'm a little
is,
angry.
But not for...
That was my title. Like he just like leans his head against the fucking bathroom phone. Like this is bullshit. Like
I think everyone can be special in their own way, Corey. I mean,
Not helping, Donovan.
more important.
Uh,
Rachel, I again am sorry. This thing is just as mean and abusive as Mauricio would have ultimately been. He didn't care. Castile doesn't care. And while I am also an asshole, I was doing it for a purpose, so I apologize. And I would very much appreciate if you forgave me on that. And I would be willing to spend a string if that helps.
Yeah, I think that helps. Go for
right.
it.
Oh, I actually had a forward on her. Oops. Well,
Great.
use it next time.
And Rachel sort of like huffs a lot, and she goes, well, I guess maybe you're a person.
Thank you. But,
Rachel, like,
You are hurt now.
I think
so
I
they're like,
probably need to go to the nurse.
she's useless. We learned that.
I can help you with that.
You could help me with a hole in my shoulder?
If we take some time to bandage it up. Yes, I knew another vampire who taught me a little something, and just as much as we kind of can help close up the bites, I can help you close up that wound.
She goes,
It's just gonna take a little time.
Are you gonna sexily carry me out to your car?
please don't get in
No,
the
I
car.
was just gonna kind of lick the wound for a while, and it would kind of heal up. But
Ew.
That's kind of hot. Is that hot? Is that just me? No.
No, that's really hot. You're
that's-
right. Did you
He's
get
Donovan's a person. He's a
Shit,
nice
no,
person.
I need
He's
to
trying to help
not
you.
be horny.
Did you get all the wood out? Can he?
I think we can do that. We should go into a stall in case someone tries to come in.
I'll just stand in front of the door.
Thank you. And
Corey will get up and stand in front of the door and
Donovan kind of like shakes his head and then leans down and will like try to help move the stake wooden
Yeah,
component
I think
out.
Crina had already started that process. So
And then
yeah.
Yeah, magic
from
hand,
his
magic fey hand.
weird vampire training that he got from maybe another kindred that went east,
Mhm.
he's going to try to help with the healing, and by his means, that means he's licking at the wound,
Mhm.
and by his special talents, it helps heal up.
Great. So that's when the bell showing the end of second period rings. Next time, we'll start with Bridget and Wolfe and see if they want to do anything during second period. Otherwise, I don't know. Maybe we'll ask them what they want to do in third period. You know, we'll see what happens.
But not.
Yeah.
Hey.
Thanks everyone for coming.
Thanks.
Watching our great show. This is Gehenna Valley.
Wow.
Gehenna Gaming's super awesome Monsterhearts 2 actual play here every Monday night at 7. Lots of links
30.
down
7:30.
below.
30.
7:30 Eastern. Times happened. And I have announcements. You want to hear my announcements?
Yeah.
Let's hear your announcement.
Woo!
Is
All
there
right.
tongue healing?
No, that's not part of the announcements. No.
I tried, everybody.
No, nothing's happening tomorrow. Okay, the tomorrow stuff is not happening. So watch someone else tomorrow. Wednesday though, we still got Worlds and Crafts, super awesome.
Friends.
Thursday, you get to see Ravnos play a scary game, often with y'all, which will be great.
Mm.
And then on Saturday, it is the return of... Oh no, hold on a second. Is that all one thing? Warhammer 40k Wrath and Glory. That's all one thing. That's on Sunday. That's on Sunday.
Mm.
I don't think we have a Saturday thing.
Oh.
Unless I just combine two by accident. Yeah, no. I got it right.
That's all one.
That's all one thing.
Warhammer
40k Wrath and Glory on Sunday.
Glorious. Yeah.
All right, cool. I said it. I did my stuff. I mentioned links. What else? Is that it?
Come talk to us on Discord.
Yeah, come talk to us on Discord, you know?
Tell me how you feel about tongue healing.
Right. Oh,
Ew.
actually, I don't know if we're allowed to
Tongue
talk
healing.
about that on Discord. I don't
Sure,
Yeah,
we
know.
gashes and tongue healing.
Hey, it's a salubri thing. It's okay.
Okay. I love you all, and let's do that weird waving thing, okay? You ready? Come
Already
on,
doing it.
Rob, wave. There we go. Great job, everybody. We're
gonna get
waving.
canceled
We're
because we're talking
waving.